and welcome to the Gaming Again podcast. As always, I'm your host Jack, and with me, as always, is my co-host Mark.
Hello.
And tonight we are going to obviously cover the news of the past fortnight, and there's been quite a lot of stuff. But before that, dive into our topic as always, which is video games that need a sequel or franchises that need a new entry. Now, like these will be games or franchises that haven't had a game out for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say most of them will be at least 5 years plus since they've had a game.
Some even more.
Yeah, some of them even more, but at least 5 years. What?
Not just the volume and me. See?
Oh, I'll just turn you down a bit then.
Okay, cool.
That's fine. So some of these will be really old games that we'd like to see brought back. Some of them are fairly recent games that we just haven't seen anything new from in a while. So we'll see. Obviously, I added a caveat to this, but I'm just going to point it out now because Mark obviously knows it because he's had time to make his decisions. Games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro would be eligible because they haven't had a new game in a fair amount of time. They have had, we've obviously got the Reignited trilogy and the Insane trilogy, which, while they are new games, they don't add anything new to the franchises. It's just the first three games with really nice graphics.
So it's a fresh coat of paint, basically.
Yeah, so it doesn't add anything new to the lore or the background of the games or anything. I mean, I think Insane trilogy had a couple of bonus levels that were originally meant to be in the game, but didn't
got you.
But at the same time,
it doesn't really add anything especially new and amazing to it. Just this is what was meant to be in it, but at the time we couldn't. Now we can. There you go.
So they will. I don't know if we'll be mentioning them. We might, but if they do get mentioned, don't be going, they're cheating. It's had a game out in the last year. It's got a game coming out. They're remakes, remasters, however you want to put it. So they don't count under the terms of the topic.
I love this fucking disclaimer before we say anything.
Yes.
Like, don't bitch. Well, this is how it's gonna go. Okay.
Although I must admit, I do kind of feel like I've cheated for 2 out of the 3 that I know I'm definitely going to bring up.
Oofed.
So yeah, that's that. You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first just because you can stew in your anticipation. Mine are kind of simple, because I am simple. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is, like, when we were younger, it was like the age of the mascots.
Oh yeah.
You get the games where you couldn't fucking go into a game store without seeing just dozens of cartoon animal faces, then progressively getting edgier over time. And it's largely gone out of fashion. I mean, now all you get really is Sonic and Mario.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say Pokemon count, but they don't count. It's Pokemon.
I would say Pokemon count.
They do not count as mascot games. Don't geese it. But so for instance, back in the day, you got Banjo-Kazooie. That was fucking mainstay.
Yeah, Banjo was amazing.
Yeah, Gex. You got.
Oh, I miss Gex.
For me, not many people know this one. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Oh, I remember Ty.
Oh, you remember it?
Yeah,
Boomerang's Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ty was on PS1.
Yeah, was that no? It was PS2 as well.
It may have got PS2 one. I can remember another failed mascot that people didn't like.
Going on.
And it was Blinks the cat. Blinks the Time Sweeper.
Oh.
Microsoft wanted that to be their mascot, but people didn't like him, so it ended up being Master Chief was the mascot for
Xbox. That is a hell of an upgrade. You just made me know, what was that one where it's like you played as a cat thief? It's like
Sly.
Was it Sly?
Sly the Raccoon.
That sounds more right.
Sly
yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah, there you go. That one as well. It's like I mean, we grew up with tons of masks.
I was just agreeing with
you.
I wasn't
fuck's sake. We grew up with tons of mascots. Just nowadays you don't really get them.
Yeah, I mean, gaming has changed in that way though. Like you can't really have many online multiplayer mascot games, and a lot of the mascot games were platformers, be it 2D or 3D.
Yeah,
and people are wanting more people seem to be going into the RPGs and shooters and that kind of genres. So I see why the kind of mascot platforming genre has kind of disappeared, but it doesn't mean to say I'm not sad about it. I really do miss that genre of gaming.
And you're just very like obviously because you've got your other games that have kind of taken over that area. Like shit, I hate those games, but I keep forgetting their names. The wee Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's like they've kind of taken over like the kind of mascot idea, but it's in a very different format.
Yeah, I would definitely agree there. But then again, I kind of enjoy Animal Crossing. It's a good time waster.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would like. I like doing a deep dive play of many games.
Yeah.
Particularly RPGs like Pokemon or Final Fantasy, or I would do that with Warcraft if I could afford the subscription.
Oh, actual screw that! You would never come up for air. You'd be gone.
Yeah. But Animal Crossing is a good game to just like, you're on the bus, play it on your DS kind of thing. It's not something I would sit and play for hours and hours on end, but I would play it on like a bus journey into the town.
I get you. Jump other games. Well, Arla is a series you remind me of, which obviously I should remember, but I've got a shit memory for older stuff. Okay, so Legacy of Kain.
Oh yes, a classic franchise. I would love to see more Legacy of Kain.
Just ignoring the attempted reboot they tried to do with the MMO style combat.
Yeah, which
was just gash and ill-advised as fuck.
It's a classic one that definitely needs a reboot. I'm kind of like, because Square Enix I think have the rights to that just now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh shit! So it's not going to get made at all.
Well, you never know, because we are getting a fair amount of HD ports from the PS1 classics.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Because we got a HD port of 7 and 9 to the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Rumors are going around saying that FF8 is getting a HD remaster after Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing some of them start to come through. Legacy of Kain might be one. I think Legacy of Kain was actually PS2 rather than PS1, but we've seen it with Final Fantasy X-2 anyway.
Yeah.
So there is the chance that could be in the works somewhere, like, because Square Enix is a big development company, but they don't just develop games; they're also a publisher. Because, for example, Shadow of the Tomb Raider just came out. Now that's not developed by Square Enix.
Yeah,
that's developed by Eidos.
All right.
But I mean, technically, it's developed by Square Enix because Square Enix own Eidos.
Mm-hmm.
But Eidos functions on its own, and it just receives funding from Square Enix pretty much. And Square Enix then publish it across the world. They're the ones that advertise it and put it on. They put it on the digital download stores. They put it on the physical media and send it to places like Game or GameStop if you're in the States. And shops you buy it from brand new, whether it's Sainsbury's, Asda, Tesco, or an actual game store.
Okay.
It's Square Enix to do all that, so we could actually see a Legacy of Kain come out. I don't think we'll get a new Legacy of Kain in the way of a new storyline and all that, because it's been that long.
Well, logically, what they have to do is
we'll get there eventually. But
yeah.
I think we'll get like a HD remaster of the first one, and then
see how
it goes, and then because I think it was there was about 3 games for it. I think it was a trilogy.
Yeah.
And so we'll get the first one, then we'll get the second one, the third one. Then if everything goes well with those, then we'll get a fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a new game. So
that could go well. But there's like our games. One of our game series I've just thought of there, but there's a reason why it went tits up in the first place. Shadow Man.
I don't remember that one.
Nah.
No, I don't remember that one.
Kind of in the same vein as Legacy of Kain, slightly. But part of the reason why it went bust is to try and advertise the sequel, Shadow Man 2. I heard it only a bit less on, I think it was What Culture, because just repping those guys, they're amazing.
Oh yeah, I like me about What Culture.
Yeah, it was like, apparently they tried to, basically the company was trying to sell Shadow Man 2 said they'd pay for whatever funerals were going around, right? Provided on the tombstone they could put advertising.
Yeah, no, I remember that one.
Yeah, and you're just like, What the hell?
It was like the day. I remember a similar situation like that. It was Burnout.
Oh, right, okay.
And they were paying car insurance bills.
Yeah. No, it's speeding tickets.
Speeding tickets.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
And did they not do another one a couple of years later for another game? And there were, I think it was £10 of fuel for everybody.
Oh my God.
And there was like queues all the way up the M1 or something down in London.
Oh, that's fucking mental what they do, man.
But yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous some of the things that you can do advertising wise. But no, yeah, now I do remember that.
Yeah.
Now that you've mentioned that.
I know, so that's only a few franchises, but that's just the main things that come to mind, especially mascot ones. Like, there's just none of them anymore.
I think my favourite mascot game, actually, would have had to be Earthworm Jim.
Really?
Earthworm Jim, yeah. That was probably one of my favourites.
Nah, I remember watching a cartoon, not gonna lie. It was a cool cartoon, man.
Yeah, it became so popular it got its own cartoon.
Yeah.
It's
was it that way around?
Yeah,
I thought it was the other way around.
That happens. Usually it's so popular, like a cartoon so popular it gets a game. Very rarely is a game so popular it gets a cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it with Mario and Sonic, but that's Mario and Sonic, you know. That's like the two big hitters when it comes to mascot gaming.
Yeah.
But you don't really see that way other mascot gaming franchises. I think Bubsy got a cartoon, and it lasted one episode.
Shockingly.
I don't remember Conker ever having a.
Wonder why.
But yeah, there was so many, like, because there's ones that we've not even mentioned. Like there's one called what was it called? Henry, I think it is. Henry Goes Skiing. Horace, that's it. And this was before the days of Sonic and Bubsy and Conker and Mario and all of them. This was back in the days of the Commodore 64.
Fucking hell,
so
right.
Back in the days where a home computer console was a computer with a tape deck.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. That was... it had like 3 games. And they were always seemed to be some rip-off of some other game.
Yeah.
But not like that's an even earlier one I can think of, and I think that must have been from like the 70s.
Christ, you're going a bit far back, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I'm not saying Horace needs to be brought back.
Yeah, just that's one idea of it.
Were, for being on the Commodore 64, pretty good.
Oh, Christ.
But compared to things like Mario and Sonic and all the more modern ones, it just wasn't as good. There was another one that Sony tried to make their main mascot before Crash.
Okay.
And it was called Captain Blasto.
All right.
And I'm trying to remember who does the voice of Captain Blasto. But they were a stand-up comedian, and they were often in The Simpsons, but they died halfway through making the sequel.
All right. Jeez.
Hartman. What was their first name? I remember the last name's Hartman.
Nick Levin.
Hold on a minute. Where's my phone? No, it's in my jacket in the hall. I'm not going to.
Alright, sorry, I'm going to try and Google it. Hartman Simpsons, eh?
Hold on. I'll just...
Do a logical thing. While you're doing that, do you remember a TV series called The Monster Rancher? Don't know if you ever watched that much random shit.
No, I don't remember Monster Rancher. It was Phil Hartman.
Okay, nope, no idea.
But no, it was fantastic.
Ah, okay, Blasto. Different.
Look up Phil Hartman. The Simpsons. He played Troy McClure, Lionel Hutz.
Oh, jeez.
And he played a few other roles as well. Yeah, he was a common recurring character, and he played lots of different voices in the show. Over 7 years.
Alright, wow. Just reading a bit of its bio. Apparently wanted to make a Troy McClure movie. A live action movie.
Yep.
Wow. Dude was ambitious as fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, Captain Blasto was one that Sony tried to get, and actually, the game itself, the controls and stuff, felt a bit clunky.
Okay.
And like even for PS1 days, it didn't.
That fucking says a lot.
But see, like, but it was highly recommended for people to play because the game, like all everything else in the game, was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you get over the fact that the controls were horrible, the game was fun.
All right. Okay.
And Phil Hartman really made it because he just got the character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he made it his own and he just ran away with it, man. It was fantastic.
It's quite fortunate when you get one actor just so committed to a role that we're willing to do whatever it takes just to get off the ground.
But he was like the heart and soul of the project.
When he went.
And his wife killed him.
Whoa.
And it was a murder-suicide. And
Oofed.
the developers were so... they didn't want to do another game without him.
Yeah.
So that's how we've never got a sequel to it. Because he was the heart and soul of the game. So I can understand why they've not brought it back. But that I would love to have seen how that would have evolved. Like even if they just... even if I could just find out, like, if someone went, oh, by the way, this is how Captain Blasto 2 would have went.
Yeah.
You know,
had this all happened,
I just really love to see how they were going to evolve the game from there.
Could always look for it, like see if the guy's done an AMA or whatever.
Probably. Probably worth checking.
Okay, yeah, anyway, that's me basically done my little chunk anyway. Literally cannot think of anything else barring Monster Rancher, but unfortunately, that level of geek, it's a random anime show that got PS1 game. It was fucking epic. And just something I love to get back purely because I'm a little geek. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to look up Monster Rancher as well now.
You won't you probably won't remember it, but I thought it was cool at the time.
Well,
it's very Digimon-esque.
In fact, I've changed my mind.
Fuck you and your Pokemon.
I would rather play Yu-Gi-Oh than Digimon.
Fucking heathen.
Well, my ones, I'm going to start with my first two, which are my kind of cheaty ones, to be fair.
Okay.
Because my first one is Star Wars, right?
Okay.
But obviously we've had Battlefront 2, but we've not had like a Knights of the Old Republic game or like an RPG like the one that BioWare gave us.
Yeah.
And
nothing to really make your own as such. You're only playing the role of someone else, but you want a character you can make fill your role.
Because I remember playing the first Knights of the Old Republic, and you didn't have to use a lightsaber. You could use a blaster if you wanted. You could use a vibro sword.
A what?
A vibro sword.
What?
Vibro sword. It's a sword, and it vibrates, and it aids cutting through limbs and stuff. Like,
was this in the movies?
No, it was only in the game.
Huh.
Although the game was canon at the time.
Okay.
The game was canon until Disney bought Star Wars.
Okay, vibro sword. Sounds random, but okay.
Yep. You also had some other games similar to Knights of the Old Republic, like Jedi Academy.
I've heard of that one.
Rogue Squadron, Bounty Hunter, things like that. And I would actually like to see Battlefront, like the original Pandemic style of Battlefront. I'd like to see that come back, because the version that we're getting from DICE just now, while yes, it's a good shooter game, it doesn't have the same charm that the Pandemic games did.
Okay.
They just don't feel the same. They feel basically like a reskin of Battlefield.
Okay.
They just feel like Battlefield with a Star Wars skin, and I'm not a fan.
It's kind of pointless, isn't it?
But I really, really enjoyed the original ones by Pandemic on like the PS2 and the Xbox 360 and the PS2 and the original Xbox even.
Okay.
They were so good. So I'd love to see them come back as well. But technically, I'm not allowed to do those ones because Battlefront is there. But definitely the RPG ones I'd really love to see come back. And the next one that I had in mind was one of the Final Fantasy spin-offs, and that's Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay.
Because I think the last Final Fantasy Tactics game we had came out at the start of the original 3DS.
All right.
So I mean, it's not as far back as like 5 years ago. I mean, it's nearly about there. You know, it's about 3.5, 4 years ago. We're talking since we got one.
Didn't think it was that far back.
But at the same time, it feels longer than that. You know, just because it's a very interesting way of playing, because it's not your standard JRPG.
Yeah.
It's not an action RPG like 15 or 13 was. You know, and obviously it's not like 11 and 14 being an MMO.
Yeah.
So it was a completely different style. It was a TRPG, you know, a lot like Valkyria Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really, really interesting game to play. You had the class system. You could change your classes and all that. It was just such a fun game to play. I would really love to see it come back. And like, one style of game that I've not played in a long time is the RTS.
Okay.
Things like Command and Conquer.
Screw those kind of games then.
Now, I was never a big fan of that kind of game, but there was one that I actually really enjoyed, and that was Dune.
All right. Okay.
Or Dune, however you prefer to pronounce it.
Dune.
Sand dunes. So.
Sand dunes.
Anyway, I would really like to see that come back. That was a fantastic RTS game. It was one of the few that I actually enjoyed playing.
Okay.
So it made sense for me to put it in as part of my list as well.
Was that the one that's based off a big ass book? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a video about it, and apparently the game's a pure stripped down version of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so much in the book, it's really difficult to make a RTS game around the book.
Yeah.
But not because RTSs can't have stories. RTSs can have great stories.
Yeah. Oh, what was it?
But it's things like in the book, there's things going on mid-battle that you can't script.
Yeah.
So it kind of strips those bits away. But it doesn't strip down everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
But it will give you context after the battle or before the battle. Anything that you need, anything that needs to be there to fill out, like make this to have the story make sense, is there before and after, because they can't. Well, I mean, they probably could now, but they couldn't then without having to make it a mini battle, cutscene, and then another mini battle where everything would be moved around and stuff. So they just done everything like before and after the battles. If it was something that happened mid battle, it was a great game. I really miss playing it. I used to play it at my pal's house on like the PlayStation, and this was like when I was back in primary 7. So
going back a while.
Going back a long while.
Just a wee bit.
About what?
Don't remind me how long ago it's been since primary school.
17 years?
Oh, rotten hell.
I think.
Oh, God. Is that far back?
Oh, in fact, I left school in 5th year. I left school 12 years ago. So, yeah, 17 years.
Wow.
So, yeah. That was one I'd like to see come back. And I was also thinking about, again, well, to be fair, I'm kind of breaking the rules with this one quite blatantly.
Again?
Yeah. Actually, the other ones, that I wasn't breaking the rules.
Oh, he's changing it now.
I was cheating a little bit.
Oh, now it's like stripping up. Screw rules.
But not. But once I tell you what it is, I think you might kind of agree with me, and it's The Sims.
Oh, away you go.
Sims 1 was okay. Sims 2 is the best game in the franchise, and then EA stepped in and then essentially killed Maxis. And then we got Sims 3, which was subpar, and Sims 4, which is not even worth looking at. The only version of Sims 4 that's worth getting is the PS4 version, and that's because you can play it in your PS4. Like, the PC version's not worth getting. Like, it has all the mods and stuff, which you can't get on the PS4, but the PS4 version is still better.
Yeah.
Just because it's the first time you've had a proper Sims game playable on a console. Because I think Sims 3 was on PS3, but it wasn't optimized very well.
Alright.
Sims 4 is, so that's it. But you used to get like amazing spin-offs to The Sims. Like you had Urb's Sims in the City on PS2.
Yeah, the like random ones as well. Like,
it wasn't a great thing, but it was testing the waters at the time, so I can understand why it wasn't great.
Well, I mean, you get like, what was that ad for you had with a turkey in it from Scrubs? It was like the medieval one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get
random.
random.
Next one I was going to bring.
Yeah,
up.
you get random patches like that. Yeah.
And that was all because Sims 2 sold so well and it was so popular and it was so good.
Yeah.
I would love to see The Sims, while still moving forward like they are doing with graphics and how they handle expansion packs, go back to how fun it was playing Sims 2. I mean, maybe this might just be me looking back at it with rose-tinted glasses.
Probably.
You know, with nostalgia in my eyes. But it doesn't feel the same playing The Sims now as it did back then. Like, so much to the point that I actually had Sims 2 and 3 on my computer, and I ended up deleting Sims 3 so I could keep playing Sims 2. Not because I invested more time into it, just because it was more fun.
Right.
Like, I had all the expansions for them because like I'd had someone else's Origin account.
Okay.
So and they'd bought Sims 2 and 3 and all the expansions on it, and I was playing it on their account.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I didn't have to spend the money on it, so I was like, I'll just get the both of them. It's fine.
Jesus.
I mean, they'd already paid for them, and you can download them on up to like 5 PCs or something.
Okay.
Before you have to pay any extra. So I was like, yeah, just do that. It's cool.
Nah, fuck it.
But yeah, it was Sims 2. I think was the defining game of the series, and I'd really like to see it go back that way. But because Maxis no longer exists, it's now EA just using Maxis for brand recognition. I don't think we'll see that, because I'd love to see more. Like when you had Sims Medieval, I was like, could you maybe get other time periods with the Sims? How would it work? So yeah, I was kind of hoping we would see more of that stuff because of how popular Sims 2 was, but
never did.
We didn't get it. So that's my cheating, totally ineligible one out of the way. But I just wanted to talk about the Sims because it was one that I was like, I can't talk about it, but I want to talk about it, and then I went, you know what, I should talk about it because it's no longer Maxis that make it, so technically it's not the same franchise. I'm like, no. I just kept going back and forth between whether I should or shouldn't, and then trying to justify it in any way I could, but I couldn't justify it. But because I'd spent so long thinking about it, I was like, I'm bringing it up anyway.
Fuck it. There was one other game series that was brought up earlier on, like not here at Big House, but I hated the series myself so much, so I keep forgetting the name. It's like it's a puzzle solving game, and you play it as like a bouncy ball. You have to like roll around, and it's like you kind of, it's like no, yeah. So you have to kind of roll around through all these puzzles and stuff to get to the end of the level.
Was it on the PS1?
Yeah.
Cooler World. Cooler World.
That
yes,
was shit.
Where you play as the Disney Pixar ball.
Was it a Disney Pixar ball?
No, but
yeah.
That's how I've described it to anyone who doesn't know what the game is. You just solve puzzles as a Disney Pixar ball, because it looks so similar to the Disney Pixar ball.
Or is the Disney Pixar ball copywriting?
I don't know. We'd have to find out which came first.
Can be fucked. But yeah, that game. But yeah. So I was told that it was one she'd love to bring back, and I was just like,
I remember that game on a demo disc, and there was another game on that disc that was really, really good called Overboard, and it was a piratey game.
Right.
So you know how we've got like Sea of Thieves is out,
yeah,
and we've got Skull and Bones coming this year or next year.
Is that the one we seen in E3?
Yeah.
Sweet. Good if I remember right.
Think that, but top down.
Oh,
and
really?
Slightly more cartoony graphics.
Oh.
On the PS1.
Oh man, I don't think that would run well at all.
It actually ran pretty good because it wasn't like online multiplayer or anything. You did play against the AI and stuff.
Yeah.
So think about it really stripped down.
So did you play as one ship or did you have a fleet?
You just played as one ship.
Ooh, I don't know.
But, I mean, it was, we're talking nearly, 15, 20 years ago.
Shh. You're making me feel old, man. Damn.
So, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. There was one I was going to bring up, but you brought up mascot gaming.
Yeah.
And actually, I mostly because you brought up mascot gaming. Because I was going to say another thing, but that would be a lie. Because it's a remake, HD remaster, and that's Medieval.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out soon.
That's coming out next year. The HD remaster of that, I can't wait for that.
Didn't they get a sequel as well, originally?
Yep.
Yeah. Christ, that'll be pretty cool. So is it like just a remaster, or like actually tweaking it?
I think it's just again another remaster.
Because obviously, like with Crash, I think we just straight up remastered it. Where Spyro is like top down, but they're trying to make it similar.
Yeah, they're trying to make it the same,
but just ridiculously amped.
But rebuilding the thing from scratch at the same time, so that not just the graphics look better, but because it's to do with the thumbsticks and stuff.
Ah, right, okay.
And I think they're going to add in touchpads.
Oh, I hate the touchpad.
Like just for the PS4. I don't think it's going to be mandatory to use it, but I think they're going to be adding that in as well. I
hate using it. I'd rather just ignore it. It's fucking annoying. But yeah, that'll be amazing because I loved the original. I couldn't complete it. No. So obviously when I was young, obviously when we were all younger, we were really shit gamers.
Yeah.
I remember my dad actually had a few shots at it as well. Was that before back? Oh, fuck.
And another one with the PS1 Mini coming out this Christmas.
Ah, yeah.
Ridge Racer. That's not had a game in a long time.
Is that was one of the boat one? Hmm? Is that like boats?
No.
No, what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Or is it Wipeout I'm thinking of?
Wipeout's not boats. Wipeout's like kind of like a cross between a race car and a spaceship.
Okay, that's probably what I was thinking of.
No, Ridge Racer was the arcade racing sim.
Oh, right, okay.
So like on the original PS1 you had like 3 racing games.
Right.
3 franchises of racing games that were so you had Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Ridge Racer.
Mm-hmm.
So Gran Turismo was like your sim racing.
Didn't like it.
It tried to be as realistic as possible.
Snore.
Ridge Racer tried to be as arcadey as possible, and you had the F1 games.
Yeah, that's why I never played racing games when I was growing up.
Oh no, you also had Toka and Colin McRae Rally.
Okay, I remember the second one. Was he Toka?
Toka?
Nope.
It was I think it was what BTCC was originally called, which is the British Touring Car Championships.
Oh Jesus!
So it was Toka Touring Cars, and then actually I think I've got it up there somewhere. It's there, Toka Touring Car Championship.
I think you'll actually have a PS1 game kicking about because reasons.
Because it's one of my favourite PS1 games. Then you got like Toka 2, and then you got Toka 3.
Gonna stop saying Toka.
Toka. Toka 3 was great because it had like open wheelers as well as touring cars.
Oh, okay.
So
who fucks says open wheelers?
That's what the series is called, open wheel racing. Formula 1, IndyCar, GP2, GP3, F2, right. Formula Ford. I can go on.
Yeah, you really can't just play a game, can you? You're just sucked into it.
Really, really, really so much. But I had it didn't have F1 in it for licensing reasons.
Yeah.
But it had like Formula Ford and I think Formula 3000.
Mm-hmm.
So it had various other open wheel single seaters. That's another name for the open wheelers.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them have one seat. It's also single seater racing series. So it had one of those.
Yeah.
I had a couple of those as well as touring cars, and it was instead of being like the original 2 Toka games where it was just based in Britain, the tracks you could go worldwide and stuff as well.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So yeah, I'd love to see Ridge Racer coming back, or if we don't get Ridge Racer, Toka.
Just for another one, because you're saying like talking about like all the really old ones. I didn't play it myself, but I know enough. What about a new James Bond game?
I've actually heard rumours.
Oh, seriously?
That I don't know if because I mean it was Rare that made the game, so it wouldn't be Rare making the game because they are They just make things for the Kinect now.
Ugh.
But there's a team of people who are trying to remake GoldenEye 007, the classic N64 game, in UE4.
Right. Oh. So it's gonna look good, but would it just basically be the top-down remaster?
I don't know. I've heard the rumors. I haven't been able to find any news on it. I've seen people talking about it.
Yeah.
But I've not actually seen any articles on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'm either looking in the wrong place, or I've just not looked thoroughly enough through like the history feed on things like Polygon and Kotaku and Rock Paper Shotgun and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard, is there's a team remaking that in Unreal Engine 4, and I think it would also include online multiplayer if it does get published to consoles.
Alright, okay. And that's another thing.
But I don't see it getting that far in, because they'll probably get slapped with a C&D eventually.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, like, that's another thing that's kind of stopped with time as well. Like, obviously you get a massive gaming, like, from the childhood kind of era up to, like, teens. But it's like you don't get movie-based games anymore.
Yeah, that's mostly true, yeah.
I mean, you used to get, like, tons of, like, Marvel games, right?
Yep.
So, and some of them were actually decent. Some gash, some good. But the one I'll remember being really solid, though, was the Blade games.
Oh, I loved the Blade games.
Exactly. So you grew up playing them, they're fucking epic. But now you don't get movie games at all. It's like you've decided, you know, we're not going to bother.
You still get some, but
like what?
Not that often. The most recent one that comes to mind was Mad Max. And that, I think that came out last year.
Yeah, well, would that count as a movie? Well,
it was based off the Mad Max movie.
Yeah, but it's not. Yes, but it's not like movie based. If you get me, it's like source material is the same, but not on the movie.
True. But not, because thing is, though, we'll say this now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get them anymore, and then what will happen tomorrow? Someone will announce that they're making Black Panther the video game or something.
That could be pretty cool, actually, if you make like a pure like stealth game.
Actually, to be fair, if they were going to make a Marvel game, if they were going to announce making a Marvel game, they'd probably do Ant-Man and the Wasp, because that's the most recent one.
I wouldn't even be sure he'd play that as a game. That would just be solid.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because it's more recent, because it would make more sense to announce it if you're announcing it tomorrow. But I mean, obviously, we don't know.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within get a video game. Really? Yeah, I think, because here's the thing, right? We're just talking about movies and video games, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of something that's just popped into my head there. Like, I liked Final Fantasy: Spirits Within. Mm-hmm. I think I was one of the few that actually enjoyed the movie. I liked it, but for what it was, but I didn't see much Final Fantasy in it. I think if you just called it The Spirits Within, it would have been an amazing movie. Instead of calling it Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, where it just then became an okay movie. Yeah, because as soon as you slap a name on it, people are like, okay, we're expecting X, Y, and Z. But if you just say, no, this is movie, you're like, cool, yep. Yeah, but I would love to see them make a video game out of that, because I think you could maybe get a fairly decent video game out of that. Obviously, you'd need to expand it, because instead of it being a 90-minute movie, it's going to be, I mean, it's Square Enix, so it's going to be like a 60-plus hour game. They do not do small. Ba-dum-bum. Well, they do, but we'll get to that later. Oh, jeez. What? We'll get to that later. Okay. He says worriedly. I already told you about this. It's in the news. I know, I'm just winding you up now. Right. But no, I think, it would be really cool to see them try and fix what was wrong with it through the storytelling medium that they're best at. Yeah. It makes sense to me. Like, maybe not doing it now, because we're, 10 years? Yeah, maybe more. In fact, no. When did that come out? I was 16, so 12 years ago.
Seriously?
Yep, 12 years. That's if my counting's right. That's if my memory's still as good as it used to be.
It's not.
No, it's not. But it's at least 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it like shortly after release of the movie, it would have been more relevant, but it probably wouldn't have sold because of box office reaction. But now that they've left it so late, it's that way that everyone will go, "Oh, watch the movie," then go, "That was shit," and then just not buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of really, really difficult thing to do, but that would be my solution.
Mm-hmm.
Is make it into a game, and then you can explore it more and explain more, and then maybe it might make a bit more sense.
Yeah, I still think it'd be that good though. Purely just because they've slapped on the Final Fantasy name.
Yeah.
And it just makes people think too much about the games, and you're like, well, then I get a chance.
Yeah. Like, I remember someone saying, "Oh, Final Fantasy Special 10, I wonder if we'll see Cloud." It's like, no. It's not Final Fantasy 7.
No.
So, yeah. But no. It was one that I think it... If they can market it right, then it might work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a challenge. I'm saying that as if they're going to do it. They're probably not going to do it. I don't see them doing it.
Nah, very doubtful.
But if they did, that would be what I think. Any more?
Chances are you could just riff all day about just games we played when we were younger and what we can't play now.
Yeah.
And I could just go on and on, man.
Yeah. Things like Lemmings.
Oh, screw Lemmings. Wait, something got made recently. It's basically Lemmings. What is it again? Fuck. I think I've seen a trailer for it recently. What was it?
I don't remember.
It was like one of those things like 8 upcoming video games you should like look out for.
Aye.
So you end up in this island or whatever, and you can collect wee monsters, and they can all have these weird abilities. But they follow you around, and then you can like order them to go and do something.
No, I don't remember.
No idea, man. But yeah, it's like something, it's like a spiritual kind of reboot kind of thing.
And if you didn't want to play Worms, you played God. Hogs of War.
What the hell is Hogs of War?
Oh, it was a fantastic PlayStation game.
Sounds like such a rip-off.
It was a rip-off of Worms.
Oh, jeez.
But it was still really fun.
Worms varies. Have you ever played Worms 3D?
No.
Don't.
God,
don't.
I played Worms, Worms 2, Worms World Party, and Worms WMD.
Nice.
I was thinking about getting Worms Battlegrounds, but I never once thought about getting Worms 3D.
Don't. It's gash.
Hogs of War, it was a Worms style game in 3D, but it was really, really good.
Alright. So is that just pigs?
Yeah.
Oof.
I will see if I can find a copy of it, and I'll see if I can find 2 original PlayStation 1 controllers.
Oh, for fuck, man.
And we can play it.
Oh, why not? Fucking random.
I'll even get I'll need to get a HDMI converter as well as that, but worry about that when I can find the game and the controllers.
Christ, playing Worms takes me right back, man.
Aye. But yeah, so news.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I wanted to and really tried, I could come up with just dozens and dozens of games.
Because we'll be here for another 3 hours talking about games. Donkeys years ago.
That just makes me feel old. Fuck's sake. Okay, news make me feel more current. God damn, man.
So first up is the writer of the Witcher books.
Yeah. Andrzej Sapkowski. Yeah.
Yeah, we've no idea if we're pronouncing that right, but
sorry if we're mispronouncing it.
Andrzej Sapkowski.
Yeah, go for that.
Is demanding more than $16 million in royalties, because he's claiming that, well, part of the Polish law.
Mm-hmm.
So I scroll down to the bit. Regarding loyalty payments in Polish law, it may be invoked when the compensation remitted to the author is too low given the benefits obtained in association with the use of the author's work.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, because CD Projekt Red have made so much money off The Witcher, he can turn around and go, I want more money. Because he wasn't getting paid in royalties. He didn't think The Witcher would go anywhere as a series, like a game series.
See, when you think about it, that's the most depressing part about it. If you have no faith in your own creation.
He had faith in the books, he just didn't have faith in the video games.
Yeah, but that kind of comes from no faith in what you're selling it for. And if you don't think it's going to go anywhere, why sell?
For the amount of money that he got when he just sold the rights.
How much did he get for it originally? Do you have that? No.
Nope.
No.
No. It's just a fixed sum with no royalties. Now he's Now he's saying he wants where is it? 6% of the profits obtained for the lifetime of the franchise.
Wow.
Now, considering Witcher Wild Hunt alone, just like Witcher 3 alone.
Mm-hmm.
That works out to 60 million zloty, which is Polish, obviously, which is around 16 million, and like kind of somewhere between British and US currencies.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, I think it's like £15.8 and $16.1, like million dollars, but it's still a lot of money. But the letter, like this, that was in a letter. So the letter continues, like later on in the letter it says, therefore, distribution of all other games, including their expansions, add-ons, etc., is, simply speaking, unlawful. This is anything after the first Witcher game. So he's claiming that Witcher 2, Witcher 3, and pretty much anything linked to the Witcher franchise. So Gwent and their upcoming game, I think it's called Thronebreaker.
Okay, right.
Are technically illegal.
As well as a Netflix adaptation that's coming out?
No, I don't think CD Projekt Red are particularly involved with that.
Seriously?
I think that's actually
him,
the author, that's involved with Netflix on that one.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, yeah, he's I mean, just on off Witcher 3 alone, like the base game, not including all the DLCs.
Yeah, in the previous games as well.
You know, looking about £16 million, $16 million.
See, I'm in two minds about this.
Then you add in Witcher 2,
yeah,
all the DLCs, all the add-ons, Gwent, you know, all of that, and then that rises a fair amount. You know, probably looking all in about $20-30 million.
See, it's a weird situation, right? Because logically you'd think, like, obviously you screwed up initially by not working out a better deal.
Yep.
Like the best deal I've heard of in all time was with Shatner with Star Trek.
Yep.
That was easily the most intelligent deal I've ever heard, where he takes a pay cut initially, but he gets money from basically every other iteration.
Yep.
So that's why they're still rolling in it, and everyone else was struggling to fuck.
Yeah. I mean, on the note of Star Trek, Nimoy had a very, very similar one.
Oh, right, okay.
He didn't take a pay cut initially.
Yeah.
But he had it in his clause that after so many movies, he would go into, as well as playing Spot, he would go into director or producer role. So he got the royalties as being an actor, on top of the royalties of being director/producer.
Ooh, that does explain it, because those two seem to be the best, were best off out of everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't, and they never seemed to like struggle for just anything.
Yeah. But no, but you gotta be smart if you're working within the entertainment industry, regardless of whether it's video games, music, TV, video, books. You know, if money's involved, you know, you don't just think what's going to get me the most money right now. Exactly. It's what's going to sustain me in the long term.
And for instance, in terms of just literary figures, like Rowling, easily, I think she at one point was more wealthy than the Queen, which is just a pure insane thing to even try and comprehend.
Yeah.
And that's just from Harry Potter. I mean, you're like, wow. And that's literally just because she had fucking faith in the book. That's what pisses me off more than anything else.
Well, it's not just that.
Oh yeah, there's all our bits as well. Yeah, but
because she done what Sapkowski should have done when the movies were getting made.
mm-hmm.
Didn't just go money up front,
Yeah.
royalties, games, royalties, expanded universe. So Fantastical Beasts.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how much money she's making for that, because I'm assuming obviously she got a part in it, but whether or not she helped write the script or anything, I'm not too sure.
Well, she wrote the books that were based on, so
They're not books, though. Yeah, exactly.
I thought they were.
No, this is what pissed me off as well.
I thought it was like Tolkien with Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
No, this is what annoyed me as well. Because initially I was under the impression there was, right? So at one point I was in co-op, seen a book which I thought was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I was like, fucking yes. Because after watching the film, like, I really want to learn more. Bought it, got home, and it turned out it was was it not a script, whatever kind of thing. So it was like a play kind of breakdown. So you're like, seriously, reason?
It still helps you learn more about it, though.
Oh, shut up! No, I returned it, man. Fuck that. No, basic idea is one of the books on Harry's required reading list 1 year, so that helps him learn about the magical world.
Right.
And they basically taken that idea and built in that from understanding it. Either that or as like a shorter story and a collection type shit.
Fair enough.
Because I know there was
never a big fan of J.K. Rowling or the Harry Potter stuff myself, but I believed it was actually a book because I've not watched the full movie.
I highly recommend it.
But from what I've seen, it looks like it's a movie based off of a book.
No, but it is very well written. I love it, honestly. It's a slightly more mature take on the Harry Potter idea, but without, thankfully, Harry Potter, because you eventually get bored of Harry Potter. Just go away. Like, universe? Yes. Following around this one guy. Side note, which is also why I'm really looking forward to the game. If it's real, hopefully it is.
Yeah, well, when was the movie set? Fantastical Beasts?
That was in the 1920s.
So that would be Victorian?
Wasn't that a bit late for Victorian? No?
I don't know. I know video games, not history.
Well, bear in mind, Harry Potter's actually set in like the 80s. So and then you get Fantastic Beasts that's set in the 20s. And then the game's meant to be set in 1800s.
Is it the 1800s? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that the game is set in Victorian times.
Yeah, so that's like, I think that's like more 1800s kind of area. So yeah, it's properly before everything else, so it's clean slate kind of thing. There's no Voldemort, no Grindelwald, it's blank slate. You'll find some dodgy shit and be like, wow, I have no frame of reference for this shit. What the fuck?
I'm probably not going to play it,
I'm going to dive the fuck in, man. You're not going to see me for ages.
But I do imagine that will be quite exciting for people who are fans of the universe that it's set in.
Yeah.
Because it does mean, like, one thing for me being a gamer is exploring the worlds that the developers build, and not having a frame of reference means, I don't go, I'm going to go over here, and because I know that that's XYZ, so I know what I'm going to find there.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I wonder what's over there, I want to find out. And then you learn more about not just the game, but the expanded universe as well by doing that. And if you're like me and you like to explore the not just the gaming world and the gaming characters, but all the lore behind it. And cause I love just reading up on things like stories about like stories from development.
Okay, right.
So like when a game's in development, if stories crop up about what it's like developing that game, things that are having issues with, or things that are going really, really well, I really love reading those wee stories and stuff. Yeah. So, like, on a game world note, at least, it'd be really exciting for fans of the Harry Potter universe to play that game and find out more about the universe, in a time before anything that they've got a reference for.
Yeah, like, the only thing that'll be the same, if I'm understanding it correctly, is locations. Like, it's
Yeah.
still Hogwarts, but none of the staff obviously are around yet. There's Hogsmeade, which is a wee town around Hogwarts,
Yeah.
but obviously there'll be nothing like from their point of view.
Yeah.
Will be the
Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley will be the same, but it might have the same shops. Ollivander won't be there, etc. That kind of shit. You'll still have the what you call the forest? Forbidden Forest. Shut up, Mark. You still have a Forbidden Forest, but you might have like the big spider Aragog,
Yeah.
because obviously he's old as fuck. Oh wait. Nope, no, he came in with Hagrid.
Would you have the basilisk in the Chamber of Secrets?
See, some things I'm not too sure of, because I'm just trying to like remember back myself, because someone mentioned like Fluffy, but he was brought in by Hagrid as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to remember, like, kind of like go back thinking, right, so what was there and why was it there? So Basilisk, I'm not too sure if that was there beforehand or if that was there.
Was that not something to do with I don't know the character's first name, but Slytherin.
Oh, Salazar.
Aye, that one.
Yeah, logically that might be there as well, because he did say. Okay, no, it wouldn't be referenced, right? Because in the Chamber of Secrets it says the Chamber of Secrets has been opened again, and the only other time it was opened was when Tom Riddle, aka Voldemort, was first there.
Right.
So it was dormant until then.
Right.
Yeah, so you're gonna have, from what I can see, fuck all point of reference. You've got locations. No one else is alive yet, what we know. None of the events any fan knows about has happened yet. So you got magic and places. That's it.
Quidditch.
Hopefully, yeah. I did watch a video. It was like 10 points people are looking out for. So yeah, you're still gonna get like your classes. Hopefully, Quidditch. Personally, I'm really hoping you get to play Quidditch. You get different spells. Apparently, you get 8 different builds as well. Sorry, this is completely gone off the rails because I'm going Potter mad right now. But yeah, it's going to be completely different for fans because you're just now going to be like, well, what the fuck's happening? Ooh, I can be me. Awesome. Alright, anyway, sorry about that. That went of such a tangent. Usually it's Jack's fault, so now it's mine.
Might as well change it up for once.
For once.
But yeah, back to talking about
yeah, sorry about that.
back to talking about CG Project Red. So I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this. Really, because I mean, like when we were talking about like Harry Potter stuff, there, you know, Rowling did it right with just getting royalties for everything.
Yeah.
And obviously, Sapkowski's just gone money now, right?
So you just crack this up as a bad deal?
I would just crack it up as a bad deal, but he's got Polish law on his side, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Now, if this was with someone like EA, because I was explaining this to you when we started.
Yeah.
If it was something like doing this with EA, that becomes an international thing. Polish law doesn't apply.
Yeah.
But because CD Projekt Red made their name in gaming by localizing games for Polish audiences, they're a Polish company, and obviously the author is also Polish.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen here, because obviously I'm no expert in Polish law. I'm no expert in British law, and I live in Britain. So
aye, true. Fucking complicated.
So I'm really excited to see kind of where things go, what happens, because remember I mentioned earlier, CD Projekt Red have another Witcher game coming. It's I think it's just a wee mobile game.
Yeah, something small and little.
It's an isometric card-based RPG.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
No idea how it works. I've seen pictures, but I've not actually seen any footage. And it's called Thronebreakers.
Yeah.
That is based on the Witcher series. So I don't know what's going to happen with that now that this is happening, because this was announced about 3 hours before.
Oh Christ! Right.
This happened, and this happened. Like I've heard nothing about Thronebreaker since, but I've not heard anything saying it's cancelled.
Yeah.
It's still in development. I've not heard anything about it since. Now this was this happened about 10 days ago. This was the 2nd of October that this happened. So.
Nicola.
No idea.
I mean, what do you think? They just chalk up. It's bad deal gone wrong. Can't really do anything about it now. But obviously, if it's Polish law, then it's up in there. But I know CD Projekt Red have straight up said ain't happening, ain't giving it anything else. So
CD Projekt Red are against giving them anything because the way they see it, they made a deal to have all the rights, and that's them. They legally have the rights to make
whatever they want. Yeah.
But according to the author, they only have the right. They only had the rights to the stuff that made the first game. Everything else, they don't have the rights to. So it's.
It depends if he's given away, not necessarily ownership, but like away intellectual property. Then obviously that's up to them to do what they want.
Yeah. But again, we'll need to see what happens. But just before we close off this news topic, while he does have the law on his side, he theoretically takes this to court. He wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, it wouldn't be the first time some big company were in the wrong. Like, judging by the way this
all
is
the time.
looking, they have illegally made games based off of someone else's intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
Whether, like, because we don't know the full details of the deal, so we can't say for sure. But if it is the way it's laid out here, in this article, then they are in the wrong. But it wouldn't be the first time that a big company, particularly in gaming, have been in the wrong, got sued, and still won anyway. You know, so still got to see what happens.
And logically, it seems you'd be better off just paying them the money and then getting them to shut up. I mean, there's no way in hell they can't afford it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Rather than go for all this and possibly fan faith, whatever you call it.
But if the thing is, though, does this become a recurring thing?
Like just kind of spiraling down for every other game company?
I'm just thinking Cyberpunk. I
know, because if Red goes away and then I'd suck because they've made some top quality games.
Yeah. So that's now, like, if this is the same way they've dealt with, I can't even remember who wrote Cyberpunk, but
okay, I get what you mean. Yeah,
because it was a book then a board game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's been made into a video game. But if this is how if they dealt with getting the rights to Cyberpunk the same way as they've done this, then that might throw things up in the air for Cyberpunk as well.
Yeah.
So we really need to keep an eye on this.
Is Cyberpunk out yet? No.
No, Cyberpunk's not out till next gen.
Okay. Well, that's something to consider then. So, like, if this does come ahead and a big brouhaha starts, then whoever's got a deal done for them could get it tweaked now, maybe.
Yeah.
Just say, well, look, can I tweak it? Or, like, so, one, we don't have a situation with, it's like, Sapkowski. Motherfucker's name. I think that way it'll just be a lot easier.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it depends how well it goes. I mean, when they first made Witcher, I don't think they ever considered the fact there's going to be a pure landmark series.
No. I don't think they did it at all. But, I mean, Andrei Sapkowski certainly didn't think the game was going to go that far.
That's what annoys me. If you can, like, make a book series, right, and think you obviously know what it's worth, don't fucking sell yourself short. That's what pisses me off more than anything else.
It's that way, though, because it's the video game industry, though, that's the issue. Some games can be massive and beautiful and deep and everything that, and then it just won't sell. And instead, people will be playing some daft wee mobile game.
Or Fortnite.
You know, or you can take this franchise and then it just explodes.
Yeah.
You know, it can go one of two ways, and I think the at the time, the risk didn't seem like it was worth it. But at the same time, they've approached him for his, intellectual property to make into a game.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't think it was going to sell, but at the same time, if people see it, they'll go, "Oh, it's based on a book. I'll go get the book."
Yeah.
So that's then more sales of his book, more money for him. Even if he's not getting the money from the games itself, it's advertising through.
Yeah. So
You know?
it's a weird situation. But yeah.
Yeah. So next up,
Finally.
we one of the most popular games at TGS last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. It was Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
It does look pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
The new game from Software. It does look fantastic. I'm unsure whether I'm going to get it or not, because I think, if I remember correctly, it has a very similar launch date as Ghost of Tsushima.
In that case, I'll probably get Sekiro.
And I would be getting Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, very different gamers. I'm like, nah, okay, give me a pure mental sounding one. You're like, no. The more historic, intricate one.
The one with the leaves.
I'm gonna get killed, but look, the leaves.
I think every time we mention Ghost of Tsushima on this podcast, up until it launches, that is going to be the first thing that gets referenced. Is my E3 comment.
Fuck's sake.
But
if I ever let you take like many videos from games, that'll be you just sending me clips like, look at the leaves, Mark, the leaves.
I'm going to try and look for the leaves every E3 from now on.
Look how good they're getting.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a From Software game.
Mm-hmm.
From Software are known for pretty much two franchises, and that is Dark Souls or Demon Souls, depending on...
Well, there's Demon Souls and Dark Souls.
Demon Souls and Dark Souls is technically the same thing.
Well, yeah, but they started with Demon Souls, but then they rebranded because Dark Souls is sounds cooler.
And no, I was saying that was the one of them.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
I was just saying, or Demon Souls. In case
okay, yeah.
people went, what? Wait, so right, Souls, the Souls series,
Sound,
and Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And there is rumours that after this, their next game is Bloodborne 2.
Oh, okay.
But they are moving away from the kind of Soulsborne style of gaming with this one. They're keeping some of it, but most of the stuff's moving away from it. So
still demonic, but less balls to the wall death from the player.
It's not even that. It's they want to make something fresh.
Yeah.
They don't want to do another game using the same formula.
Oh no, big massive monster.
I think that will probably still be part of it.
Oh, okay. Well, some size of monsters were ridiculous.
That if you don't have that, it's not a From Software action game. Like you can like what the VR game that we were talking about last month, or was it last fortnight? I don't know. Deracine, where he plays the fairy that has control over when someone the time someone has left.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That's not going to have a big ass monster at the end of it.
I'll make you jump.
It's not an action game.
That'd be a good idea, though.
But if it's an action game, it's going to have
pure 40-foot monster.
Yeah, something like the cleric beast from Bloodborne.
Fuck's sake, man.
Something like that.
Why?
But they're introducing stealth. So
that'll be interesting.
As long as you're undetected, you can hide in the shadows, eavesdrop, and find out about enemy weaknesses, pick up plot points.
So kind of Batman-esque, maybe?
Yeah. Or you can screw all that
and just battle for it.
Run in and just go for it. Now, they're not doing this to create it as an antithesis to Souls games. It's not meant to be a major shift just because they've made so many. They're just, well, it is, but it isn't. It's not like we're done making Souls games. We're trying to make something a bit different, keep
bit fresh. Yeah.
And that's what Miyazaki says. That's what's going to lead to a better game. And yeah, that makes sense to me. There's going to be less customization, so you're going to be playing as a fixed character.
It's kind of like going old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your weapon is the katana.
Yeah. Standard.
So that is it.
That's it. You get one thing.
Like for your primary weapon, at least.
Yeah.
You get the katana, and that's it. You can't upgrade it. You're stuck with that one katana from the start of the game.
Mm-hmm.
However, you also get the mortal blade as a secondary sword, which serves as a special function. You also get a series of hidden techniques called sword arts for your katana, so there is more diverse combat than just mashing square.
Yeah.
But you will also get various weapons for your offhand, and your prosthetic. Your offhand is also prosthetic, and you get abilities called Shinobi Deathblow.
Oh, okay.
Which are various abilities that unlock as you play through the game, which are insta kills.
So basically,
except on, like, I imagine if there is some 40-foot monster at the end of a level, it's not going to insta kill that.
Yeah. But
it will do fairly big damage, and it'll probably have like a cooldown or something.
So just basically it's ninja magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it sounds really good. I'm actually quite excited for this game. Obviously, I'm siding with Ghost of Tsushima over this, but it is definitely one that I'm going to want to play.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah. I think what will happen is I'll get Ghosts, you get Sekiro. Once we've completed both of them, we'll switch.
Sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me.
That makes the most sense, I think.
Yeah. Saves money.
But yeah, there's also a fan favourite kind of running joke in Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne. A cameo character called Patches.
Okay.
He says he doesn't think Patches is going to be there, mostly because it's not him that's writing the script; it's someone else.
Okay.
But it's still going to employ the same style of storytelling techniques, where it's kind of fragmented. You have to explore to find all the clues. So yeah, it really sounds good. I do think it's going to do quite well. So that's coming out next March across your 3 powerful platforms.
Okay, good ones.
Your PlayStation, PC, Xbox.
Woo-woo.
Obviously, it's not coming out on Switch. It's a bit OP for the Switch. Actually, well, saying that.
Here we go.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey cannot run natively on the Switch. But in Japan, they have been working with a streaming service.
Oh, okay.
Well, on a streaming service, even much like Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Now, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, some of the Resident Evil games that are too big to fit onto a car or fit onto the Switch, they've been playing pretty well through the streaming service.
Okay.
So that might be something that gets rolled out. We might see more games like Shadows Die Twice and the Assassin's Creed games and stuff making their way to the Switch, streaming only though.
Okay. Not bad.
We could see that happening.
Something for the future, yeah.
Not quite sure. But yeah, no, it does sound good. And it looks bloody good as well.
Definitely does, yeah.
Next up we have some Elder Scrolls. There is a mod in the works just now. We've spoke recently about the New Vegas mod, which is recreating California within the New Vegas engine. And then after that, they were talking about doing Miami. Well, another team is taking on a very similar project, and they are building Morrowind in Skyrim, and it's called Skywind.
Fuck, man.
Now, they've not really... This is a project that has been going on for a wee while now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd imagine so.
They've been working on it for quite a while. But they've put out a new trailer focusing on House Dagoth.
Okay.
Showing off some of the dungeons, things like that. It looked quite... I've not seen the trailer, but I've seen like some screen caps from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And everything looks pretty nice, actually. It does look pretty good. They don't know when they're going to release it. But that's because it's an all-volunteer team. They're doing it when they can.
Yeah.
So they're employing that when it's done, rather than setting a release date and working towards that. Because these are folk who have full-time jobs, and they're doing this in their spare time.
Oof.
So, yeah, they've been making some more assets and they're adding new stuff in. Obviously, it's not a straight port of Morrowind into Skyrim.
Yeah.
They're adding more things. They're going to make it look as lively as possible. By that I mean things like making the world look lived in, rather than there's some AI and leaving it at that. They're putting as much as they can into this, like things that weren't in Morrowind but are
in future games,
but are in the canon for Morrowind. If you get my drift.
Yeah, I get you.
So they're going to add as much of that in as they can. It does sound good. It's an ambitious project to be done by just a team of volunteers.
I think it's just a really it's a really cool thing what these people do. Like, whatever possesses them to think, well, I'll have this old game, and there's a newer version of in this game, like later on in the series, but based on this engine, we could do more of it. And they're like, well, let's do it. And it just boggles my mind that they're not quite happy to spend pure thousands of hours just going over all of this stuff, man.
Well, there is another modder. He does kind of more Nintendo stuff.
Okay.
And they've rebuilt Super Mario Odyssey, the latest Mario game on the Switch.
Yeah.
And the Super Mario 64 engine.
Whoa.
It doesn't look as good. But it does. It runs fine.
Yeah, but just doesn't have the same appeal.
Like, you wouldn't be able to like put it on a cart.
Yeah.
Obviously, because
it'd be
massive. It's still way too big for a cart.
Yeah.
But it looks good. It's amazing to see what people do.
So it's not just one way; it's the other way as well, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see where it'd be kind of fun to think of if you're up to date game and think, what would this look like if it came out in the 90s?
Yeah.
Where you go.
Well, Skywind isn't the only Morrowind mod out there.
Mm-hmm.
Last month, the team behind Tamriel Rebuilt released an update for the mod.
Okay.
And this has been in development for 17 years.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a big project.
See, this would be really depressing if basically the guys behind that. My mind's gone blank. Who does Skyrim again?
Bethesda.
Thought so. Yeah, if they try to shut it down because you're just like, really spent 17 years doing this, but by all means, shut us down now.
Yeah. But no, that's the great thing about Bethesda is like, depending on what game, obviously, like with games built in the Creation Engine, aka your Fallout and Elder Scrolls games, they encourage the modding.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of other companies they'll put out cease and desists.
Yeah.
If you're modding their games, or they'll patch it to a way that if you have mods installed, it will, block your game or something.
Yeah.
Will do something. But Bethesda are like, you want to mod our game? Here's the engine. Have at it.
Yeah. I mean, like my little brother's playing Fallout 4 right now. And they've recently released basically a modders, whatever thing you call it. And he's just been going through some of them.
Yeah. And
some of the shit they've come up with is insane.
Oh, yeah. I played Fallout 4 with mods on the PlayStation.
Mm.
And it's not great on the PlayStation with mods, to be fair.
His is running pretty fine.
Mine was buggy as all hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Don't get me wrong. An open world RPG by Bethesda is generally known to be a bit buggy. Skyrim, Fallout, vanilla. Think about the giants in Skyrim.
Mine went well. I didn't have any bugs when I was playing Skyrim.
Did you ever get hit by a giant?
No, I know what you're talking about, though, 'cause I've seen the gifs. The guys getting hit and the literally just going right in there. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
that wasn't meant to happen.
However, really.
However,
shockingly, you're not meant to fly 100 feet in the air.
They have left it in because it's hilarious as fuck, and everybody likes it. I'm not saying the Bethesda games being buggy is a bad thing, because the Bethesda games being buggy is nice. Because the bugs aren't game breaking.
Yeah.
They're just graphical glitches and things like that. Like I can't remember if it was Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. If you saved your game after you exploded someone and then reloaded the game, they would be dead, but all their parts wouldn't be strewn everywhere. They would just be standing there, and it's called giblets.
Oh god, right.
So just standing there without skin, and all the body parts and stuff that fly everywhere is just all reassembled, but they're still dead.
Well, that sounds horrific as all hell. Didn't know that was a thing.
I think they patched it out, but it wasn't game breaking, but it happened.
That's just... Right. Wow. What the hell?
Yep.
Right, okay.
But for more information on the Skywind mod, just Google it. They've got an official website. I didn't actually take the time to note down the website like I should have done.
Yeah, but if it's just a Google away, then...
But yeah, it's a Google away. So yeah. We were talking about Square Enix earlier.
When aren't we?
What?
When aren't we?
True. Well, their game The Quiet Man, which was unleashed at E3 and had us all going, what the heck is this?
Yeah, there's a lot of questioning faces on screen and here.
Well, that got a new trailer and a release date this week.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen the trailer yet, but the release date is November 1st. And it follows Dane, who is deaf.
Okay.
And it's him fighting his way through a soundless world to discover the motives behind a kidnapping of a songstress from him. So yeah, it sounds kind of cool. I
don't know. I'm not really a fan of the idea of swapping from like gameplay to live action. Seems a bit old school, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it could be interesting though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It just depends on how they do it.
I don't know. It could be kind of cool.
But it's not a big game.
Yeah.
It's only going to cost about £15. And it's got a 10% discount for the first 2 weeks it's released. So, yeah. It is going to... It looks interesting, and it's not a massive game, and according to Square Enix, the game is designed to be completed in one sitting.
One of those types, got you.
Hence why it's not a £50-60 game like we'd expect from Square Enix being a 100-hour deep dive RPG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah.
Like on the one hand, obviously, yeah, it's a cheap game in that, but I think I remember at the time of E3, I did say I loved the idea of experimenting with games and how we interact with them.
Yeah.
Because remember, because obviously, if you're focusing the majority of it on the visual elements, as opposed to was it deaf or blind? It was deaf, yeah.
Deaf.
Yeah. So as you're focusing mainly on the visual elements as opposed to any auditory ones.
Yeah. Also with things like combat.
Yeah.
If you have sound as well, you can it's so easy to just give a character an audio telegraph.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, that's coming.
Yeah. So now what you're going to have to do is rely on visual cues.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be how you know when to block or dodge or counter. I mean, but again, visual cues are subtle.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be harder to pick up on those.
Yeah.
That is if they make the game absolutely no sound.
That would be quite a feat, actually, because you don't really get that very much anymore. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then obviously if this goes well, and then you've got the idea of bringing in like other ideas. Like obviously one game I always thought would be a cool idea to do would be like a Daredevil game.
Yeah.
But obviously blind, so you see things for his eyes. So it'd be kind of cool because one thing you could learn, right, is if you think of, say, Fallout or Skyrim, right, you got lockpicking.
Yeah.
So obviously it doesn't teach you lockpicking, but it does teach you a general idea of what to do.
Yeah.
So imagine that, but instead it's like you're playing like a Daredevil-esque game, and you're kind of learning Braille. So you see him rubbing over a thing, right? So then on the screen it'll give you like dots, and then over the course of the game you learn what these things mean.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, without even really thinking, oh, I'm learning this, you've learned a bit of Braille. So next time you see it and you touch, you go, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I'll go and do that.
Yeah, the thing but with that though particularly is there's a big difference between seeing Braille.
Yeah, and feeling it. Braille. Yeah. Well, Bedford obviously is for people who can see. Yeah. They can see the dots though, so or is that unfortunately. But just in general idea of raising awareness and being able to see more of what these, like what challenges people face in this kind of idea.
It's definitely something that would be really cool to see happening in gaming. Yeah,
and even if it is just a small game, it's a step in the right direction, I'd say.
Yeah. Next up is the Spider-Man DLC coming up.
Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man was released September 7th
Mm-hmm.
To critical acclaim, both from reviewers, players, and magazines.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a bloody good game. Well, on October 23rd, I think. I can't remember the exact date. Yeah, October 23rd. We're getting the first bit of DLC. The DLC is the first 3 bits of DLC.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Is a story arc called The City That Never Sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
And the first DLC is going to be called The Heist.
Ah, okay.
And it focuses on Black Cat.
Mm-hmm. Which already.
Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat's in the base game.
Ah, okay.
But it's like one wee side quest.
So kind of like Catwoman and Arkham, can I do?
This kind of fleshes out Black Cat's story within the game.
Yeah, so it's like kind of, what I'm saying, it's like Catwoman.
So,
a bit too on the nose, admittedly.
So it's the team have chosen to go back and flesh out her story within the game.
Mm.
So we're going to be seeing that's going to be the first one.
Yeah.
Chances are you'll get other characters. It'll be like the episodes of Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
So your next DLC will focus on someone else.
Yeah.
So it could be, I could even just focus on Spider-Man, but it focuses on a specific incident.
Got you.
Before or after the game timeline.
Yeah.
So it could even be that, but I think it will focus on a supporting character, be they good, evil, neutral.
Yeah. Something different, basically, for the fans.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. But we should be fans should be focused on a lot of the storytelling they do in the open world. There's probably things you haven't discovered yet, unless you've got the Platinum Trophy. In which case, congratulations. But the team worked really hard to build this amazingly authentic city. So much that it's so much fun to play in. So just keep looking for hidden things. That is a quote from the developer there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very story driven, and it does sound good. Because Black Cat didn't really, like I said, get much time in game. It was one quest, so it'll be really cool to see how they flesh out Black Cat in the game through the DLC. It's always really cool to see that.
So there's obviously you get a different idea of the mechanics of new characters as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're used to playing a Spidey, who's very specific in how he moves around.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know if we'll be playing as Black Cat or playing as Spidey though.
Ah. Oh, so it could be like Arkham City, where you can jump between New Land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that could be cool.
But yeah, no, it's still quite exciting to see what they can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got told at the like before E3, Black Cat and Silver Sable are in the game.
Yeah.
And we didn't see much of Black Cat in the game, so now we're getting DLC.
Well, know how to look out for in the game now.
Sorry. So, because they announced Black Cat and Silver Sable,
Yeah.
before the game
Mm-hmm.
released, I'm going to take a punt here and say part 2 of 3 for this DLC is going to be something to do with Silver Sable.
Okay.
Just because they announced those 2 characters before
Yeah.
the game launched. So,
Mm-hmm.
it would make sense that the 2 characters that they announced beforehand will be the first 2 that are DLC.
Yeah. No, fair enough,
In
man.
my mind, it makes sense.
No, that makes sense, man, yeah.
But moving on, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Go ahead.
'Cause I know you've not played the game yet, so I don't want to stick on that topic too much.
Yep, okay, let's go.
In case I do actually let something out that's really important to the game.
Shh.
But Mike Morhaime? I don't know how to
Morhaime?
Morhaime.
Sound, Morhaime.
Right. Mike Morhaime is stepping down after 27 years as Blizzard president. He is the co-founder of the company that brought us such classics as Warcraft, World of Warcraft, StarCraft.
Dude, he started when I was born, roughly.
Oh,
That's how mental that is.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Well, he co-founded Blizzard in 1991 as Silicon and Synapse.
Yeah, okay, no, he did better when he changed his name. God damn.
And he co-founded it with Alan Adam.
Oh, okay.
And Alan Adam is he's joining the administration team who are going to be running it in the meantime, along with Ray Gresco, who is the chief development officer, and J. Allen Brack, who he basically is the guy in charge of the World of Warcraft team.
Wow, right.
Has been for the last 12 years.
Christ.
Like, not since, I think Warcraft's been out a wee bit longer than that, but
the
last 12 years he's been the guy in charge of Warcraft, essentially.
Jesus. Busy guys in. Damn.
He served as so Morhaime co-founded Blizzard as Silicon and Synapse. He became president in 1998. He became a CEO in 2007. And also he's done a lot in the company as a developer, programmer, producer, on the Lost Vikings, all 3 Warcraft games, the first 2 Diablo games,
nice.
the first StarCraft, and World of Warcraft.
So that's kind of president and CEO you want, someone who's actually been from the ground up. He knows the company, knows what you do. It's not just a guy who's coming to go, yes, we should make lots of money. This guy's like, okay, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. I can let you go down and show you what to do. Yeah, that's the best boss you can ever hope for as well. So good on him.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's staying on as like CEO.
Yeah.
And he's still going to be developing games with Blizzard. I think he's just stepping down as president. I'm not sure. I couldn't actually find anything that says otherwise, but that's what made sense to me.
Yeah.
So he was also inducted into the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame in 2008.
Sorry, dude's only 50 years, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's been with the company since he was 23. Oh my god, he's younger than us. He was younger than us. Fucking hell. Damn. Okay, fair enough, then.
And he also is the bass player for Blizzard's in-house metal band, Elite Tauren Chieftain.
Wow. Right then.
So, yeah.
Jesus. Oh, right. Also known as
ETC.
Yeah, etc. Nice. That's cool.
So yeah, hopefully he's staying with the company.
Yeah.
As CEO and still working in the development and stuff of the great games that Blizzard makes. I don't play many Blizzard games, but that's mostly because the ones that I want to play are Warcraft, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and I just don't have the PC to play them.
Diablo. If I can play that, man.
I could play Diablo 3 on the Switch.
And you ruined it. That's getting cross-platform apparently.
Yep. I'm hearing lots of games are getting cross-platform.
Oh, really?
The PS4 cross-platform beta seems to be going really well at the moment.
Yeah, I've only heard about Fortnite and Diablo so far.
76 is going cross-platform.
I'm still not sure I'm going to get that. I'm very on the fence.
It looks like Anthem is going to be going cross-platform as well.
That's going to be massive.
And when Warframe releases on Switch, that might also go cross-platform.
Alright, okay.
But we'll have to wait and see to be sure.
Yeah.
But the way it's looking is a lot of games with a kind of MMO light kind of style of gaming. So Anthem and Division 2 and stuff, they look like they'll be going cross-platform.
Damn. Well, I suppose it's bound to happen eventually, so it's pretty cool it's happening now.
But mentioning the Switch and Diablo and stuff.
Yes.
It looks like, we don't know for sure, but a report in the Wall Street Journal is saying that we should be getting a hardware update for the Switch next year. This is not a new Switch. It's not like the Switch 2. Yeah. This is kind of think PlayStation 4, PS4 Pro, or Xbox and Xbox One X. It's just a mid-generation hardware upgrade. So it's not going to be like a pure, massively more powerful machine. It's probably going to be just as powerful, but what's going to be, it will probably have a longer lasting battery and a brighter screen. That seems to be the two main things that people have been complaining about.
All right.
So it looks like that's going to be the main focus of the hardware revision.
Yeah, I don't imagine I'd actually get it though. I hate the idea of like the slims and the 0.5s and shit. I'd much rather just quite happily go along with my console and just go from there.
I agree. Well, in most cases, I would agree with you on that.
Okay.
But in this one, it's not just, if you're using it as a home console only, then yeah, there's no need to go out and buy a new one.
Yeah.
But if, like me, I use it at the youth club, I use it at work, when I'm on my break, I play it at home, when I'm either sitting in my bed playing Pokemon Quest using the touchpad, or the touchscreen, or I've got it put into the dock and I'm playing Mario Kart or Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, right? Which, by the way, is so good. It's like XCOM but Mario.
Damn you! It was really decent.
But if you're, playing on the go, the battery life's not great.
Never is really. How long do you get roughly?
Depends on what you're playing. You get about 3 hours if you're playing Zelda Breath of the Wild.
3 hours?
Well, you're playing Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Well, I suppose. Okay.
It's the most intensive game. It's the game that uses the most resources on the Switch. Like I can play Pokemon Quest on it for about 5-6 hours.
Jesus.
So about double that. But no, most games you're looking about 4 or 5 hours. Playtime. But I mean, you've got. It's not just that though. Like the controllers, they charge on the Switch dock when you've got them connected to the Switch.
Yeah.
Now the controllers have about 20-hour charge time.
Wow.
Not charge time. Battery life.
Good.
Sorry.
God, that's complete opposite.
Sorry.
Hell.
They have about 20-hour battery
20-hour
life.
charge time. Screen's ready to go, but can they do it? Wait.
But they'll charge off the Switch.
Got you.
But it'll only drain half the battery doing that. So once the battery hits 50%, it will stop charging.
Okay.
so it does conserve the battery a wee bit that way as well. So that's another reason why there's not great battery life. So there were a lot of people have been saying we'll probably be getting like OLED screens like that, which are new on the Apple X, and Samsung have been using the last while because it's Samsung's technology, the OLED screens.
Got you.
Which is strange that Apple are now using them because Apple and Samsung, they're the two biggest competitors on the phone market right now.
Ah, right, okay.
Because Samsung, most of the Android phones, like maybe not like Samsung all, but if you take it company by company, Samsung's probably the biggest player in the Android phone market just now.
Yeah.
And they are, Apple are investing in Samsung because OLED technology is not quite there yet. It's there enough that it can be used for everyday things like phones and TVs and games console screens and things like that. But there's still a couple of issues to be wrangled out. So Apple are investing in that so they can get better screens on the phones because they are they consume the least power. They're the brightest, and they're when you've got black on the screen, it's the closest to true black out of all the screens that we have.
Ah, okay, got you.
But it's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
It's still being worked on. It's still being developed. It's just far enough along we can use it, and it's reliable enough anyway. So I don't see why not to use it. But it's not expected that the Switch will be using it in the hardware update. But yeah, it could also, for people who are wanting a Switch, like say for example my brother, if he wanted one, like I've got one, it would mean the first generation of the Switch, so like the one I've got, would then take a drop in price, which would then make it cheaper for families to get a second Switch as well. Like I'm pretty sure that wasn't Nintendo's plan in doing a hardware upgrade mid-cycle.
Yeah, but that's what happens anyway.
But
Gen 1's get cheaper.
Whenever you upgrade the hardware mid-cycle, all previous iterations of it go down because there's like 4 generations of the PlayStation 4, I think.
Damn, okay.
Because you've got the one that I've got with the physical buttons on the front.
Yeah.
One my brother's got where it's got touchpads on, like for the power and eject buttons on the actual console itself.
Yeah, I think that's what I've got.
You've got the PS4 Pro and the PS4 Slim.
Yeah, my brother's got Pro, not Slim. Really?
Yep.
Oh, damn. I just don't like the idea of Slims. I don't know why.
My brother and sister have a Slim, like Alex and Anthony, the ones that live down south. And my sister has the Pro. So yeah, there's like 4 different versions. And I think I've got like the Gen 1. So it's cheaper than the one that Harry's got, and then the one that Harry's got is cheaper than the kids.
And so on.
And then the kids is cheaper than the vets. So it means the current Switches will go down in price. So if families want a second Switch, they could easily enough get one of them.
Or a first one.
Or that was what I was meaning.
Yeah.
They can easily enough get, one of the original Switches, or they can pay for one of the new Switches because it's not that much of a hardware upgrade. That is going to be a massive leap in price anyway.
You say that, but sometimes they end up doing it anyway. Like they'll add in like a weird skin. Like, if you get less version, you'll get a cool skin.
They're not doing skins for the Switch.
Well, okay, more.
Because the skins have been not very nice to the Switch.
Really?
The plastic doesn't like it.
Alright, because I thought they were selling quite a lot of them, like Breath of the Wild type shit.
Well, third-party ones aren't doing well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about official Nintendo ones.
Yeah.
But at the Nintendo Direct, you seen the Switch with like the Pikachu and Eevee ones for Pokemon Let's Go and the Smash Bros ones.
Yes.
And they were designed. Yeah, but that's actually built into the plastic. It's not like a sticker.
So stickers aren't doing well.
Stickers aren't playing nice with the plastic.
Ah, okay. I wonder if that's like done purposely, maybe.
No, it was. It was just the type of plastic they used.
Oh, okay.
They didn't expect it to react that way to the adhesive.
Okay.
And it depends on. I mean, it does take in a couple of factors. What type of adhesive it is, because different companies use different adhesives.
Yeah.
What switch you have? Like I've got just the grey Joy-Cons. My sister has the neon ones, so it's one blue, one orange.
Yeah.
And then you get another set which is neon, which is green and pink. So it depends on what ones you've got, because the plastics will react differently slightly because the different colours are a different compound. Like it's just the colouring itself. But the chemical that colours it will react differently as well. Loads of different things: temperature, humidity, how in use, things like that. So if you say you put one on and you just never used it, and it was like just standard room temperature and standard humidity,
then it'd be fine.
and it'd probably be fine.
But you start using
But
it,
the minute you
temperatures
start
go up.
using it, that's you. And also how long it's been left on and stuff as well.
Okay, so basically, don't do it.
Obviously, if you like put one on and then take it instantly off, it's not going to do anything. But if you leave it on for like a year, then you'll start to get it. It's not that bad. It's,
I think I'd do anyway. I just think I'd have a standard one, be happy with it.
I would definitely, like, I've seen a video, and I definitely want to do it but I'm not going to do it until my warranty on the Switch runs out. And that is a transparent Joy-Cons and transparent backing.
Shit. No. Because I'm sure I've said this before with the idea of the transparent PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if I look at it enough, then I see one thing not doing something it's meant to. Even if it's fine, I'm going to freak out going, oh god, that light didn't go on. I cannot play a game like that.
My Game Boy Color and my Game Boy Advance are both atomic purple.
Wow.
Which are transparent with a purple
tint.
Yeah. And I was going to get that same colour for my Switch.
Oh, Jesus, right. That's pretty cool. Solidarity.
And then I would have bought, like, say I had an extra set of Joy-Cons, I would have bought another kit.
Yeah.
In a different colour, just for the Joy-Con ones, so that my spare Joy-Cons could be transparent as well, but in a different tint. So say I think there's like five different kits, so that's 4 colours and 1 pure clear. If I had 4 sets of Joy-Cons, I would have bought 4 kits, and then done them all in different tints. But then I also seen the pink and green ones, which are the licensed ones in the standard Joy-Con cases. And they look so cool. They look even better than the ones I've got just now, which are just the plain grey ones.
Nah, I don't. There's like 2 different types of gamers. One's they just sit and play the game, or it's like, okay, no, I need my console to be certain colours. Come on now, this is how it's meant to be. And I'm like, why? Just play the game.
I don't need it to be.
You just want it to be.
But the thing is, right, PlayStation, do you know what? I don't really care what colour it is. It sits behind my telly.
Yeah, so it's not in your eye line.
Dock, I don't care. It sits behind my telly.
Yeah.
The Switch itself, I take that out and about. You know,
I want to be cool.
I don't want to just have the same Switch as everybody else. Also, say I go, because you can do local multiplayer with Switch. So, one thing that I always have the fear of if I was ever to do this, right? I've not done it before, but
I think I know what you're gonna say, but I'll let you finish.
So when you have it in tabletop mode,
you
take the Joy-Cons out, you set it down, and if you're playing something like Mario Party, Toad's Rec Room, as you're moving the screens around, you might pick up someone else's
and then go
away.
Yeah, figure that a bit. Yeah.
But if I've got, say, an atomic purple back, I'm not going to get mine mixed up with my sister's.
Fuck's sake.
And also, the transparent cases are nicer to the
stickers
adhesives for the skins as well. So if I wanted to just put a skin on it, I would get like the the transparent one just so I could put the adhesive over it.
Ah, okay. So basically you're thinking it through.
Yes.
Yes.
Although I do just kind of want an atomic purple one, but that's just
Shocker.
me. Next up on our list of musicals.
Musicals? Wow.
I don't know where that came from.
See, this next story makes me worried.
I think this next story fits in with the story that's coming after it.
I can't remember, but we'll see. But yeah, it still makes me feel iffy. Alright, go ahead.
Capcom are making a live-action Mega Man movie. So the Blue Bomber is going to be... Like, I don't know, like...
It's like I did the Sonic live-action one. I'm very apprehensive.
I think it depends on who plays Mega Man.
Even just saying that, it sounds fucking weird. Who plays Mega Man?
No, because Mega Man is going to be written and directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, who directed the Catfish movie.
Jesus, right, okay.
A movie called Nerve. And I think they were also involved in the Paranormal Activity series.
So it could end up being a very like found footage type affair.
Could well be. The producers of Planet of the Apes, Sheridan Entertainment are involved, and co-producing is actor Masi Oka.
Yatta!
Who plays Hiro Nakamura.
Or also known as just Hero.
Yep, from Heroes. And he was also in Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah, he's cool in it.
It would be really cool. I think Masioka would do a good Blue Bomber.
Yeah, the thing is, like, okay, right. Again, my worry is, it says live action, yeah?
Yeah.
But, like, even let's say with, like, Sonic, right? They're not going to have a live action Sonic. They're going to have a 3D animated Sonic.
Yeah.
Okay, so... If it's just a voice of Mega Man, I still don't get it. I just like with Mega Man, I could devolve it into basically having like Tom Cruise in a weird suit running around shooting shit.
Yeah.
Whereas with Sonic, it's Sonic. Know what I mean? You can't get live action Sonic, or you can, but it'll look very, very, very wrong.
Well, this project was originally rumored about 3 years ago, so. This has clearly been in the works for a while. It also joins other in development projects based on characters who made their debut on Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm not even gonna lie.
And Mario.
No.
Illumination Media.
No. Oh wait, you didn't say that right, motherfucker.
What?
Animated Mario.
Yeah.
I was thinking live action again. No. I was like, not another one.
No. We can't do that.
Because that was...
Lou Ferrigno does not look enough like Mario anymore.
What? That wasn't Lou Ferrigno.
I used to watch the Mario animated cartoon, right?
Okay.
And at the end of the cartoon, there was Lou Ferrigno in live action.
Oh.
Dressed up as Mario.
Right.
And he got bounced about on a backdrop. It was recording a green screen.
Okay.
So they meant so they made him smaller and then put him like up on a mountain far away and then made him bigger and put him right in front of the screen. And he sings a song for the ending credits called "Do the Mario."
Oh my god! Right. No, I was thinking of the live action one. With two good actors as well. Shit, who was it?
I don't know, but we have discussed this before.
Yeah, but I mean that was gash.
Yeah.
I mean they tried, and failed.
Yeah. But no, it is animated, this one.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu is also going to be animated as well.
No, I thought it was going to be live action, but with an actual Pikachu kicking about.
I thought it was animated.
No, I thought it was like 3D, like Pikachu kind of doing in real world.
I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway.
Oh, at least, at very least, I know Pikachu's voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fucking epic.
So Mega Man has a TV series, an animated one. It's called Mega Man Fully Charged.
Oh, okay, so he's got another one. Yep. So he used to have a older one as well. I used to watch when I was a kid.
Yep. And this is another reason this has been announced is it's also I imagine the reason this has also been announced is to remind people that Mega Man still exists, because Mega Man 11 just launched this week.
Okay.
On the Switch, PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Also known as everything.
Everything. No, not everything. Android and iOS aren't on there.
Oh, shut up.
Or 3DS.
Phones don't count, and 3DS, well, no, that's basically Switch is taking over.
Or, we could go all Bethesda on this. It's not released on the toaster yet.
Oh my god.
Continue. Anyway, continuing with Capcom live-action movies.
Okay, legitimately, this one would make sense. I don't have any issue with this one at all.
Monster Hunter is in production.
Okay, admittedly, I've not played it. But to my knowledge, it's all about the monsters.
Yeah,
it's
really good.
Yeah, there's no iconic characters or anything, is there?
No. Well,
okay,
no.
Well, it might be, but it's mainly about monsters. That's what I'm trying to say.
The closest to iconic characters you get is maybe your Palico.
Was it Wee Cat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, in that case, then it's easy enough. You get cat, anthropomorphic cats, and monsters.
Yeah.
You cannot screw it up. I don't see how you can screw it up.
Well, it depends, because there is one monster that is kind of like the series staple, and that's Rathalos.
Mm-hmm.
If they screw up Rathalos, then that's it.
What's Rathalos? What does that look like?
It looks like a giant flying thing.
That's coming from the guy who's played Final Fantasy for years, but can't describe a monster to me.
It's a giant scaly dragon bird.
Wow. So you can give a pure verbal essay on a specific part of any Final Fantasy game, but you cannot describe to me a series staple.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
I've not played it for a long time.
Nuh-uh. Don't even geese it, man. What you don't tell me you're trying to cheat. You're trying to cheat, aren't you?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to try and cheat. I am cheating. That's Rathalos.
Okay, 2 seconds. Fuck.
On the front of the Monster Hunter World Cup.
Okay. Alright. But yeah, okay, yeah, he looks pretty solid.
Yep.
I mean, it's really hard nowadays to even screw up a dragon if you think about it. I mean, how can you screw up a dragon? You can't.
It's very difficult. Well, there is one dragon that's very easy to screw up.
I think you know what you're thinking of.
What?
Sparrow?
No.
Oh, okay.
Trogdor.
Trogdor?
Yeah. Draw that wrong and then you're screwed.
Why does that ring a bell?
Trogdor the Burninator.
Oh, god damn you, no, we're not going back to that. No.
I seen something about that earlier.
Shh.
No, I found a t-shirt with it on it on Redbubble this week.
Fuck's sake. You wish and continue on for your stories.
So this one seems to be a bit more
fleshed out.
Yeah, a bit more fleshed out. You've got Paul W.S. Anderson, who is the director of the Resident Evil film franchise. He's coming to do Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
There's no release window for the film, but it's going to be distributed in US by Sony, one of Sony's subsidies, Screen Gems, and it seems to be looking like it's going to be shot in Namibia and South Africa.
Wow. Okay.
Capcom are doing their best to let as little out about this movie as possible.
Mm-hmm.
However, we do know some of the actors who are going to be in it,
which is a bit worrying in itself.
Mila Jovovich is going to be in it.
She had a lot of credibility. It's kind of went and gone now, arguably. Oh, no way.
You got Tony Jaa.
No, I mean, no, keep reading that. I didn't realize it before.
What, that she's married to W.S. Anderson?
Yeah, so, no, really?
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that. Oh, well, he's well been like, put me in a movie, and he's been like, shit, okay, honey.
No.
Yeah, man, he's been told.
But you've got Tony Jaa of the Ong Bak.
Okay, he's badass. That'll be pretty cool.
Rapper turned actor T.I.
That does ring a bell. I can't think of what he looks like, though.
No, I don't know. I just know he's a rapper, and I don't listen to rap music, so.
Really?
And Ron Perlman.
Speaks for herself.
Yeah. So, yeah, it see, this is a lot more fleshed out than the Blue Bomber.
Yeah.
But we'll see where this one goes as well. As long as they get everything right, it was going to be a damn good movie.
All they really have to do, from what I can see, is make sure the monsters look realistic and stick to the lore. Like, if it says, or is a specific way of taking down a monster, if they don't adhere to that, then obviously people are going to be like, well, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, like, I think if they have the Anjanath from Monster Hunter World in the game, if you do not jump on its back and slash the back of its head with a sword, it's not proper. See,
that kind of thing, obviously, if it's a game, since it's a game movie, you can get all fans of the game going, okay, right, there's a certain monster, let's say you do it like you just said, there's a specific way of doing this. If you don't do it, people are going to be like, were you not listening?
You don't have to defeat the Anjanath that way. You can defeat it any way you like. That's just the most common, popular way.
But that's what I'm saying. So logically, you're going to have to think, like, pure, strip down the game, look at all the lore and think, right, if this monster's introduced, how does it get taken down? That's how it gets taken down. Therefore, that's how we should do it in the movie.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to fix my mic stand there.
No worries.
Because I'm just not happy with how it's sitting. Next up is some more Square Enix, and that's Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far. And now, we've already got Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and 1.5 2.5 HD remix.
Does it ever not just feel like it's like a full money grab though? They keep doing it, know what I mean?
I know. Right, so this comes out October 30th for PlayStation 4, and it contains every relevant piece of story in a single set.
Wait, relevant?
Yeah.
What's irrelevant that's not included?
Probably Chain of Memories.
Oh, okay.
Birth by Sleep. Chain of Memories. 358 by 2 days.
That's just painful thinking about those names.
Yeah.
So what, like, not necessarily at all?
I don't know. It depends. Because the arc focuses mostly on Sora. They don't really focus much on Sora, or they're just kind of things that happen in the sides. It's not like kind of main story stuff. And then you've got one that focuses on Roxas, which is Sora's nobody. Nobody is a part of someone who's lost their heart. They're heartless.
Right, okay.
It's very, very
intricate and involved.
Convoluted.
Yes.
And pedantic.
Not bad.
Oh, yeah. It's a fantastic game. I would recommend it to anyone.
Yeah.
Just don't expect the story to make any sense whatsoever.
Oh, I'd actually stop me from playing it. I like my stories too much. If I don't get the story, I'm going to be like, well, no.
However, from what I've been hearing, is every single question that we've got about Kingdom Hearts, from playing Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, or 1.5, 2.5 if you bought the PS3 or PS4 remasters, and 2.8 is answered in 3, because it's the end of this story arc. So it's either going to be the last game,
okay, wow,
or when they move on to Kingdom Hearts 4, if they move on to Kingdom Hearts 4, it's going to be a whole new storyline.
So it'll be rid of Sora?
Yeah, it will still be reference and stuff. It will still be the same timeline.
Yeah, but it will be new protagonist.
It'll be a new protagonist, and then just continuing on where Sora left off. It will be the next Keyblade wielder.
Okay.
So, that's if they do it, obviously. So that comes out October 30th. That should basically get you caught up and asking the same questions the rest of us are asking. That will hopefully be answered in Kingdom Hearts 3 when that releases January 29th next year. Because it was meant to be a pre-Christmas release, but it wasn't quite ready, so they pushed it back to January.
As long as they don't purely like rip a piss and like, oh yes, we're going to push it back another 6 months, you're like, really?
Well, at least they only pushed it back a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but as long as it's not
2 months even.
As long as they're like, kind of like shoving it further and further and further, and you're like, come on now.
Also, this will be the first Kingdom Hearts game that's coming out on the Xbox.
All right. Okay.
It's coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And obviously it's Square Enix and Disney crossover, so we'll see plenty of Final Fantasy characters and plenty of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be a fun game. It always is.
Fun.
PlayStation. No, not PlayStation.
Smooth.
The other one, Nintendo. Nintendo have patented a playable Game Boy phone case. Now, we don't know if this is going to legitimately be a phone case or not.
Yeah, it sounds a bit convoluted so far.
Because it could actually be a mini console of the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
But the patent filing describes a cover that is removably attachable to electronic equipment having a touchscreen, aka a phone case.
Mm-hmm.
The Game Boy design doesn't just wrap around a smartphone to protect it from drops, but Nintendo suggests but the patent suggests a design that covers the front of the phone, turning your phone into a Game Boy.
Okay, that makes sense to a degree, right, as a phone case. But if you have a phone case that you then want to protect from damage, from drops and such, does that mean you need a phone case for your phone case?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you're sitting, like, if you've got your phone covered, right, like for instance, just as a prop, if you got your phone covered, yeah, in the front of the cover, right, but if it's got a screen on it as well.
No. Right. So the buttons.
Aye. Okay.
Have like you can get the phone, you can get the styluses for the phones, and it's just a kind of rubber ball at the end that you can push down.
Yeah.
It's got like them underneath the buttons, and the buttons touch the touchscreen.
Got you. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you now.
Right.
That makes a lot more sense because I'm getting very confused.
So it does seem to be hinting towards the virtual console that we never got on the Switch.
Yeah.
Well, we've kind of now got on the Switch with Nintendo Switch Online, which had 3 new games added to it, technically 4, but it only plays NES games. It's not like the proper virtual console that we had on the 3DS or the Wii or the Wii U, where you can play things like Pokemon on the Game Boy, or you can play GoldenEye on the N64, like on that console. It's just NES games, and you get them all for free with your subscription to Nintendo Switch Online anyway.
Yeah.
So like, because this month we got NES Golf, which was the golf game that you mentioned before we started podcasting when we were talking about Satoru Iwata. That's it's called Mario Golf in Japan. No, it's just called Golf in Japan. And in the US and Europe, it's NES Open Golf Tournament. Or just NES Open. You got a puzzle RPG-ish game called Solomon's Key, and you got Super Dodgeball. Yeah. As well as Legend of Zelda SP Edition. Okay. Now, you got Legend of Zelda with the thing at launch. Like with the NES thing when it launched on like 2-3 weeks ago. I can't remember. No idea. Got that at launch. SP Edition is the same game, but you have like a ton of rupees, power bracelet, white shield. You've got some high level items. It's just so you can run through the game quickly. Yeah. And then when you beat it, everything gets harder and But it looks like they could be working on a virtual console of Game Boy games.
That'd be pretty cool.
Things like Pokemon, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, Super Mario Land, Metroid. I think there was a Castlevania game there.
Not bad.
So we could see that. We might be able to see that. However, it's worth noting that Nintendo never uses the words Game Boy or even the word game in the application for this patent. So we could see, we need to see what happens there. but it could be an early prototype of like a Game Boy Classic Edition.
Okay.
Or, again, it could just be a patent if it turns into vaporware, like the Wii Vitality sensor.
Ah, right.
We'll need to see what happens with that. And I'm quite excited because I love the Nintendo handheld lines.
Mm-hmm.
I just because I have a Game Boy Color, I've got a 2DS, I've got a Game Boy Advance, I've got Switch. I had a DS at one point. I had the Game Boy Micro. I bought one of them.
Okay.
And then lost it because it's so small.
But I'm bum.
Oh no! Seriously, you need to legitimately have it on like a keychain.
Oh right,
so
Jesus.
you don't lose it.
Okay, that's
and
proper
if
tiny.
you do have it on a keychain, you've got to make sure it's in like a jacket pocket instead of like a trouser pocket, because when you sit down, it'll just snap. It's ridiculously small, this thing.
Christ.
Like Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America, he held one up. Now he's a lot bigger than me. He's about 6'2" or something, and he's got hands like the size of my face, and like it just looks so tiny in his hands.
Tic Tac.
Yeah. This is one that you'll probably be a bit more excited about than me, I think, maybe.
Excited? No. Interested? Yeah.
I'm fairly interested in this because we were talking about this last time, and we finally got some more news on it. And that's a deal's been reached to finish the Walking Dead final season with a company called Skybound Games. Now, Skybound Entertainment was started 8 years ago by Walking Dead's creator Robert Kirkman. So it was really cool to see him kind of
saving his own creation
and save his own creation with his own games development company. This happened 3 days after the layoffs. No, sorry, a couple of days after the news went out that Telltale Games was going down, which was we covered that the 2nd of October.
Sure.
Yes, because it was the Tuesday instead of the Saturday.
Yeah.
And September 21st. So that was 2 weeks before podcast? No, a week before the podcast.
Okay.
Ish, give or take.
Round about.
Give or take a couple of days. Telltale Games laid off most of its employees, effectively going out of business a week before the second episode of Walking Dead final season was meant to go live. So we'll see what happens there, but there has been a lawsuit filed against Telltale, and an employee filed another lawsuit alleging the studio violated state and federal laws requiring notices of mass layoffs at companies of a certain size.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, if you're part of a big conglomerate, you think, well, I've got job security here. If it's going to happen, it's going to be whoever screws up. It's not going to be, we fucked up. We're going out of business. You're all, done. Yeah. Nah, that's not how it's meant to happen. Man. The whole point of joining the bigger business is you get more job security, not less. It's mental.
Yeah. It's a hard one though, because sometimes you just don't foresee it coming though. So it's not like you can go, right guys, we're going out of business. We'll keep you on for the next 3 months before give you a chance to look for another job, because they might not even have the money to keep the doors open.
Yeah, but at the same time, if it's going that way, they should be able to realise it well beforehand. Yeah. That's what the point of accountants and shit are for, to say, look, you're hemorrhaging money, sort it. Not just, by the way, we had a little bit of a snafu, and we're done. Bye.
I'll have to just kind of wait and see what happens, though. It's
hopefully, at the very least, to get all of Walking Dead out and done, get it all sorted and sold, and hopefully that'll at least appease some fans. Yeah.
But I think I'm definitely sure that this is the last project for Telltale.
Well, unless they do get bought up by someone properly.
Yeah, I imagine. I imagine Skybound will buy them by the end of this. It makes sense if they're putting that much money in to then just take over the company.
See just how it goes from there.
And then it becomes a subsidiary.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Kind of like what EA do with everything.
Yeah, eat everything.
Yeah.
Hey.
By the time we go live with our next podcast, we'll be a subsidiary of EA.
I wish.
Aye. Just so they can take the name Gaming Kin and then close us down.
Hey, if we give us money, I don't care. I'm cheap. What can I say?
No. You're skint. There's a difference.
Oh, let burn is truthful. Wherefore hurting me double.
Mate, I'm skint as well, all the time. And I have a job. It's not a dig at anything other than we live in Scotland.
Oofed. National burn.
Yep. But it's true though, like, half the time you go to someone who's Scottish, you want to do this? It's like, nah mate, skint.
Straight up, you're going to get William Wallace thrashing through the doors, just going at you mad, man.
He fought for our freedom, and I appreciate that. But could have at least made wages higher and the cost of everything lower. That's all I'm asking.
Okay, now that kind of talk's going to get like Nicola Sturgeon jumping at your closet. Somehow.
Good luck to him.
Yeah, okay. In your room, maybe not.
Anyway, continuing on.
Aye.
2K and Gearbox Software are going to be re-releasing Borderlands 2
Okay.
in
Awesome.
VR. Now, I'm a big proponent of VR. I have VR. I like VR. But there's
Borderlands?
2 games that I've not got for VR. And I don't intend to get them for VR. And that is Skyrim and Doom. Because you can't move naturally. It's kind of a teleporty thing. And I'm kind of scared that that's going to happen with Borderlands.
I'll have to.
Exactly. So I'm not... I think in VR it will look fantastic until you have to move.
Until they get a proper mechanic for how you can actually traverse the terrain, aside from, like you said, just porting around.
Yeah.
It feels like it's going to lose part of the charm.
Yeah, probably. It's also, when it is in VR, obviously, it's going to be a single player game. It's not going to be online multiplayer anymore. So they're updating skills that rely on co-op partners, such as Maya's res ability is now called Empathy. Is an example of that. You're going to have the original 4 playable Vault Hunters from Borderlands 2, special abilities, and BAMF modified skill trees. Yeah, it's they're just going to tweak it so that it is viable in single player. Because a lot of because you could play single player in the original, and you still had all the things as it was in the original. But because you can't play multiplayer, rather than have the option of whether or not to play multiplayer.
Yeah.
They are changing things that do require are multiplayer based. No, it could work. They're going to use motion controllers, the headset, to interact with menu systems. Just going to have to wait and see what happens. If they do a demo of it, or if it goes fairly cheap, I might get it and see.
I doubt it's going to go cheap, man. It's going to take ages before that goes anywhere near like John, I could go for that.
See, that's another reason I've not bought Skyrim or Doom, is they're about £40 each right now.
Pass, especially if it turns out to be crap.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. And next up, Sony have confirmed that they're working on developing the next PlayStation console.
Oy.
So we are kind of starting to move to the end of the generational console, but because we're going to start moving. I do believe we're with when it comes to like hardware for consoles and stuff. We are starting to get to the point where I think we're going to be going the way of the PC, with it being modular.
Adrian.
So like a PC, like not like the laptop that we use for recording the podcast,
Yeah.
but like a tower PC.
Mm-hmm.
You can take bits out, put new bits in, upgrade it.
Oh.
I think that we're going to start getting to that way with consoles. Not every console. Like I think Nintendo will still build a console because they'll be trying to innovate something.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Wii and the Switch and all of them, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do think that with the likes of Sony and Microsoft, though, because they are building home consoles, they might maybe not this generation, maybe not. Well, I say this generation, I mean the next generation coming up, or the generation after. So, maybe by a time where you'd be expecting PlayStation 7, we'll probably start seeing this.
Christ.
Where it's all modular, like because that was the original idea for the PS4, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It's called Project Neo.
I actually think I've heard of that as well.
So we could be starting to move towards that. We'll see what happens. However, at the Sony's president, Kenichiro Yoshida, said at this point, what I can say is it's necessary to have a next generation hardware. He did not name the console. There's no information yet on whether it will officially be titled the PlayStation 5. No word of a release window, although John Codera, CEO of SIE, suggested May, at least 3 years away.
Damn.
So I had said a couple of months ago, back at E3, if we're going to hear anything about consoles, we'll hear it coming up to Christmas. But we won't see anything about it. There won't be any unveilings. We won't get any tech specs, and they definitely won't be released at least until E3 2020. Now, May, 3 years away. That's about that's a month before E3 2021. So, I think it does look like I got that one there.
Yeah, you called it, Sarky.
You said I should call it if I called it.
Yeah, okay, you did.
You gave me a free pass on that one. But no, might still be wrong because they might
push it back a bit forward, probably.
Or even pull it forward if development goes really well for it.
I kind of hope it doesn't. I hate the whole palaver of having to not only buy a new console, but then a new library as well.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just say, "Oh yeah, I bought this game on the previous generation. Can you trade in?" No, you have to fucking buy it full price again. And you're like, come on, fuck.
Yeah, no. That's one thing that Xbox have been doing a lot better than PlayStation, to be fair, is because they do have the backwards compatibility going for them. Now, here's the thing though, I think we spoke about this last time, or we spoke about it off air last time, and that is PS4 is technically back compatible with PS1 and the PS2.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have the emulators there, but it is, the hardware itself is compatible.
But was the PS3 is just a weird console, so it doesn't allow it.
Yeah, was the architecture was mental, and it was not back compatible, like not anyway. Now that's why, like, now that we did talk about it on there last time, because it was when we're talking about
the hardware
downloading the PlayStation Now games.
Yeah.
That's why you could download PS2 and PS4 games on PlayStation Now, but not PS3 games.
Because it's just weird.
And you couldn't download PS1 games on PlayStation Now because there's no PlayStation 1 games on PlayStation Now. But Xbox, not every game, but the vast majority of Xbox and Xbox 360 games are back compatible. Well, are playable on the Xbox One X or the Xbox One. So I would like to definitely see Sony moving in that direction. See what happens though. It's so people who publishing who are familiar with PlayStation 4 plans. Financial Times are citing them here, saying it might not represent a major departure from the PS4, and that the fundamental architecture would be similar.
Okay.
So yeah, it makes sense considering how much of a leap we've had in the mid-generational update.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's not been a massive leap from the PS4 to the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One to the Xbox One X. It's not like anything major. It's pretty much just 4K compatibility and just a little bit more power. But it's big enough that we're not going to see too much of an intergenerational gap between, the PS4 and the PS5 and the Xbox One and the Xbox 4,
mm-hmm.
which I'm officially calling it from now on, regardless of whether they call it the Xbox Next.
That would be a really gash name.
It's from now forever. Whatever they release after the Xbox One, 4, 5, 6, 7 until they stop making fucking consoles. I don't get where they were trying to go with the naming system of that console, by the way.
Yeah.
So
I just call it X2, to be fair. I just call it X2.
Could do that. But to be fair, we've got the Xbox 3 just now, so
Jesus.
I'm just going to ignore what Microsoft do in the naming of it, and it's going to cause so much confusion. By the way, because one day I'm going to go into CEX and go, "You guys got an Xbox 3?" And they're just going to look at me like, "A what? An Xbox 3? The third Xbox? Oh, the Xbox One." It's like, no, that would be the first one.
Jesus.
Oh, no, because it's the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One. No, Xbox 1, 2, and 3. Use real number systems. If you don't like doing that, use I, and I.
Fuck's sake. Okay.
I would much rather have to spell it out in Roman numerals than try and figure out their convoluted way of naming console systems. But anyway, Andrew House is John Codera's predecessor.
Mm-hmm.
Said in April he expects game makers to continue shipping physical disc-based games in the foreseeable future, even though we are kind of moving into the age of digital libraries and downloading games.
Yeah.
Because we're getting to that point where maybe downloading the games is going to kind of start dying off.
I can see that possibly happening.
Streaming the games, like PlayStation Now, if you don't download them, or what we were talking about with Assassin's Creed on the Switch in Japan.
Like, how much does that work in terms of like taking up bandwidth and that? Does that like proper dominate the internet on?
It can. It depends on the game. Like, for example, say you did it with Pokemon Red.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest. If you did it with Final Fantasy VII, it would be probably about the equivalent of watching a movie on Netflix.
See, because it does vary, obviously. For instance,
if you were going to play something like a pure AAA game,
yeah, and then
Red Dead Redemption 2,
yeah, no chance.
You probably might knock out the internet for the entire street.
So this is what gets me right, because just recently I noticed, for instance, I've got Netflix, right? So with a 2-screen package,
yeah.
So I can be watching it while we're all can be watching it. Everyone else can be working it out on the internet. It's fine, it's dandy. However, if I go on Amazon and watch something there, then it basically chews up all internet.
Yeah, Amazon Prime is bandwidth heavy.
Yeah,
because it's not just like, because with Netflix you've got stream the show and subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
With Amazon Prime you've got stream the show, subtitles. Those who watched this also liked. They've got a thing on it called X-Ray, where you can bring up things.
That's pretty cool, admittedly.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. But
it's like, who the fuck is it?
But at the same time, it is a pain in the ass when you drop your controller in the dark. and you cannot find it, and you stand on it.
Jesus.
And,
Speaking
like,
from experience?
You've got the X-ray coming up, and then you're into customers who viewed this also watching them. By the time you picked it up, you've ended up going from watching the Grand Tour to watching something about trains.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know why.
Thomas the Tank Engine, you know?
No. I like trains, but not Thomas the Tank Engine. That's only for Skyrim.
Horror. Legitimately gives me the fear, man.
But yeah, so I mean, we could be moving away from physical media and downloads in favour of streaming. Obviously, for people who don't have great internet, that's not good.
Yeah, so you're kind of screwed in, aren't you?
Well, yes, but that's why we Andrew House has predicted that companies will still be putting out physical media, and we'll still have downloads for a long time anyway.
Yeah.
Like, streaming will be the preferred method of doing it, but you would be able to download it as well.
Because obviously not everyone's going to be able to just up and put in all our internet into one specific thing.
Yeah. But, like, examples of streaming, obviously you've got PlayStation Now, which you can use on PS4 or PC. You've got Xbox Game Pass, Nintendo Switch. I mentioned this earlier, that it comes up, I'll just read this paragraph of my notes here. The Nintendo Switch may not be powerful enough to natively run games such as Resi 7 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but in Japan, Nintendo has experimented with streaming those titles to the portable console. Microsoft announced on Monday that it plans to begin streaming Xbox One games to devices such as tablets and smartphones through an initiative it calls Project X Cloud, which the company is reportedly building as the foundation of a streaming-focused console that will launch alongside the next Xbox. So you'll have the Xbox 4
and okay.
the Xbox streaming thing.
So another thing to buy yet again.
Yeah. Although I think the Xbox 4 will have this built in.
You bloody hope so. Jesus.
The streaming one will just be a cheaper version that doesn't play physical media or have any storage.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have storage obviously for OS and OS updates, and maybe some apps like Netflix and Amazon.
So kind of like Google Chrome stick kind of things. Yeah.
But with AAA games.
Yeah.
Instead of random daft wee indie games.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, I'm saying that, there's nothing wrong with indie games.
Oh, someone were gash.
But, indie games on PC, on things like Steam, or on consoles on, Nintendo and Microsoft and PlayStation, they're usually pretty good. You've got things like Undertale and Stardew Valley. And
Humans Fall Flat.
Yeah, Human Fall Flat. They're fantastic. But then you got, indie games on iOS and Android.
Yeah.
And it ends up, they end up just being pay to win or just full of ads. So you've got the kind of issue there of how do you do it. But talking about Chromecast, did you say?
Yeah, the plugins.
Yeah. Talking about Chromecast, Google has recently partnered with Ubisoft.
Okay.
To stream Assassin's Creed Odyssey to the Chrome browser via Google's own newly announced streaming platform, Project Stream.
Huh.
Because we were talking last time about maybe Google building their own console.
So it's not a console then?
It could well be a console, like the Xbox one, the
Okay.
Microsoft one.
Huh. Interesting.
So we need to see what happens. Nothing been announced, but they are definitely testing it out with some AAA games right now.
Yeah. Damn.
So obviously, with internet being the way it is, it's not going to be a big thing that's going to just be the next big thing right away. It's going to have some issues, obviously, with things like bandwidth and internet stability, especially if you're on a wireless connection.
Yeah.
But it definitely seems to be the way that's going. you know. So John Coderas says, we need to depart from the traditional way of looking at the console life cycle. We're no longer in a time when you can just think about the console or just about the network like they're two different things, which makes sense because obviously a lot more games are going to be online. You've now got cross-platform. So yeah, they are becoming one and the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely going to make things interesting for the next console generation, especially if crossplay stays in place for the next console generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely the bigger question for me, because if I feel kind of bad saying this, but if Sony go
back in the word,
way,
yeah, we've already done it once. It's a bit embarrassing.
I might jump ship to Xbox.
Oh, I'm not jumping ship, but I mean, for me personally, I'm not that fussed crossplay wise. In some of the things, I think it could be beneficial.
Yeah.
But very much, I think it's more of a next gen issue. Imagine when all the next gens come out, crossplay will be an accepted norm.
Yeah.
It'll just be part and parcel of the gaming experience nowadays. No longer will it be yada yada. Xbox is best, but PlayStation sucks. It'll be literally, I'll play a game later on. You play your console, I'll play mine. You'll still have exclusives.
Yeah.
But for large part, it'll be just play a game.
Like that's the only reason I've really stayed with PlayStation for pretty much my whole gaming life when it comes to a home console is the exclusives.
Yeah, so for you it's Final Fantasy, isn't it?
Final Fantasy, which is no longer an exclusive. Because, I mean, up until 6, it was a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah.
At least in Europe and America.
Huh, okay.
In Japan, it was on the MSX and the Wonder Swan and all of that.
The Wonder Swan.
The Wonder Swan. We've had this conversation about 6 times.
I don't care. The Wonder Swan.
The Wonder Swan.
Wait, where you got the Wonder Swan.
What? Obviously, like, in Japan, the best-selling version was on the Famicom.
Fuck off. The Famicom?
Famicom.
Old school consoles are fucking crazy, man. You get the Commodore 64 and the Famicom and the Wonder Swan. Oh my god.
The Famicom, it was not known over here as the Famicom.
Oh god, what was it known as over here?
The Nintendo Entertainment System.
Seriously? Wow.
Over there, it's called the Famicom Family Computer.
Oh.
And the SNES,
yeah,
Super Nintendo Entertainment System, over there, Super Famicom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there was consoles that were released over here that weren't released over there, like the Amstrad GX 2000, which was built by Sir Alan Sugar, not him himself, but his company.
Yeah.
And if you plugged in the mains charger to the wall after plugging it into the console, your console would blow up. If you took it out of the wall before taking it was ridiculous. Like, there was two power sockets, like two inputs for power sockets on it, one of which had a sticker over it. So if you sold it, the sticker came off, and then someone else tried to plug it in, they put it in the wrong one, they set their house on fire. If they plug it in the wrong order, it blows up. And the console, if you buy it now, is kind of dissolving inside.
Wow.
Yep. And I can't actually remember if it's what it's actually called. I think it's the GX 2000. Give me a second. Just
to clarify, when you say blow up, do you actually mean it just goes poof and like shit goes flying?
Big puff of smoke, occasionally some fire.
Okay, if it looks like that, I can understand why it went poof.
Oh no, that's just the computers.
Okay, cool.
Just wait a second. Home computers. It'll be the GX 4000 even.
Yeah, okay, even sound. Wow.
That's what it looked like there. Obviously, people can't see it. But yeah, it's definitely it's definitely falling apart.
It sounds pretty dodgy.
Yep. I'll show you a proper video on it once we've finished the cast.
All right.
But yeah, it's not great.
No, it doesn't look it.
Continuing on.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to skip this one and come back to it.
Well done.
So we can stick with PlayStation stuff.
Okay, cool.
So for some of us, we created our PlayStation Network accounts back when we were 16.
Unfortunately, my name's still pretty cool. I'm happy with mine.
And some of us may or may not be happy with ours.
Yeah.
Mark, you're fairly happy with yours.
Yeah, I think mine's cool. I'm cool with mine. Man.
I'm more than happy with mine. I still use mine for new accounts on things.
Yeah. I think it's more like emo generation with all their exes and shit. Or maybe like, do you know what? I could probably do without like 3 kisses before my name and 3 kisses after.
Yeah, that's kind of mainly who this was aimed at. Folk who had like things like XOX or X, small x, capital X, small x, underscore, Jimmy X 3 4 19 21. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just making things up, right?
It just sounds ridiculously convoluted, man. Fuck's sake.
Or what was it? Where you'd have your name, and then underscore 666.
Oh god.
Things like that. You know, it can be a bit embarrassing at times.
Well, sometimes it's all right if you own it. Other times you're like, okay, you just thrown. Oh,
hi.
Pause.
Well, hold on. Sorry about that. So where are we?
Stupid names.
Stupid names.
Yeah, if you can own them, fair enough. But there's always meant to be some names you're like, okay, really, this just ages me so badly.
So PlayStation have announced earlier this week the ability to change your network ID starting early 2019. It's going to cost a tenner for players.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your first one is going to be free of charge.
Okay.
And then it'll cost you a tenner. And then the option to change your name, if you have a PlayStation Plus, will be a $5.
Mm.
But your first one will be free. You have to pay every time after that. Now, what you will be able to change between your new and old ones for some games which won't accept the changing of usernames.
Mm-hmm.
All games that have been published since the 1st of April this year, 2018, will work with the username changes. Some of them from before that will work. Sony are going to post a list of all the games that will and won't work with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that if you are worried about that, you can just look up the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you change your online ID, you will have the option to display your previous ID with your new ID, so friends can recognize you.
Still sounds like it's going to be really confusing to look at for a while.
Yeah. Once you set that option, you cannot undo that. So you will have your old username next to your new username for good.
Or you just like message all your proper friends and be like, go out and change my name.
Yeah.
Because it's emo as fuck.
But yeah, so some people cause the service launched in 2006, and some of us have had the same username since 2006.
Some of us are just blessed for good foresight. What can I say?
And some of us just don't really care. We just use a
standard name, yeah.
Yeah, pretty standard thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the nickname that my username is based off of, I don't use anymore.
Oh yeah, it happens though. But yeah.
But I don't mind having that as my username for things.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's alright.
It could be worse.
Oh, it could definitely be worse. Jesus. Oofed.
But anyway, yes. That is that for that. And the last bit of news is Stardew Valley is out on virtually every console and platform there is.
Oh no.
It's almost like Bethesda make it.
I'm so excited. Oh no. Yeah.
Stardew Valley is coming to Android and iOS. The iOS launches 24th of October, so 12 days from now.
Whoa.
And will cost about £8.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And it has no microtransactions or ads.
Okay, that's a bit better. That's kind of cool.
And it's going to be the full game. Obviously, they're rebuilding the rebuilding parts of the game for touchscreen.
Yeah, just because mechanics are always going to be a bit heavy.
But it's a full game. It's not going to be cut down, and it'll play almost identically to other versions. Obviously, some things aren't going to be in the game, but it's just the multiplayer modes and mod support that's been cut from the game. There's no price or release date announced for Android yet, but it does seem to be coming to all platforms as of the end of this year.
Awesome.
And Stardew Valley's it looks like such a thing. I've not had a chance to properly play it or play it at all. But it looks really looks like a really chill game to play.
Yeah, I'm not into chill games. If I want a chill, I watch TV. I play games to get properly into the mindset of the character, not farm shit. You get very different types of gamers. Not bashing them, just not my style.
Yeah,
that's why I can't play Fallout 4. I cannot build. I want to shoot things and not build things. Fuck go building. Anyway.
But that's it for the news. You got anything else you want to bring up?
Nah, man, I'm good.
No worries. Well, actually, there is something I want to bring up.
Oh, here we go.
The last episode, I kind of made a bit of an error in something I said.
Oh.
I said at one point, Microsoft said you have to have your Xbox connected to your Switch. Your Switch connected to your Xbox at all times. What I meant to say was the Kinect.
You're a tip.
Yeah, that was what I meant to say, and I made another mistake somewhere along there, and I would like to apologise for making said mistakes.
Jeez.
It doesn't happen all that often. It happens every day of my life. I'm always making mistakes like that. It's just generally not many of them get through to the podcast.
To err is to be human. That's not even a right quote, but it's close enough.
I actually found a quote that I really like. And it was by Albert Einstein.
Alright.
And it is, creativity is intelligence just having fun.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah. And there was also Stephen Hawking, who said, intelligence is the ability to adapt to change.
Ah, okay. So have fun and change.
Yep. But yeah, no, just since you shared a quote there, that was two quotes I'd seen through the week that I really enjoyed myself.
Awesome.
Anyway, as always, we have been Gaming Kin. I have been Jack, and with me has been Mark.
Hello and goodbye.
And as always, there's always room for you here at Gaming Kin if you want to be our friend.
Ciao.
Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Stuck in the friend zone, I'm going home alone. You went home with me. leaving. And I'm never coming back, I'm leaving. 'Cause this is all my place I'm taking. Mom, I'm going home, I'm leaving. 'Cause I wanna be alone. 'Cause this is not my place. 'Cause this is not my place.
Something's happening. Some shape is rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror. What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Logs are turning into flame. The whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks of the automobiles spreading everywhere. It's coming this way now, about 20 yards.